What's up, everyone? This is the Lowrider Podcast presented by Streetlow. Today, interview Big Tone, rapper from NorCal here, the king of NorCal. And we have a small technical issue on the first 15-20 minutes with Gilbert image. So be patient. After 20 minutes, get way better. But the interview is amazing. You guys don't want to miss this one. Enjoy.
Let's go, Tom.
Right. What's up, Raza? Here we are again. This is Gilbert Chavez, your host for Lowrider Podcast, hosted by Streetlow Magazine. Today we have a special guest. I think we've known him since he started it and actually grew with us, and he's been part of actually the Streetlow family for many, many years. And we introduced him. His name is, we'll let him introduce himself.
Big Tone, baby, come on.
Big Tone, there you go, man. So, shoot, man, I'm happy to have you out here, brother.
Appreciate it,
shit, I know, it's a up and down road in the industry, but what I want to let the people know that the music you do, right? When did you start? I mean, I know you've been with us for a couple of years at our shows and stuff.
I mean, I was a late bloomer in age-wise doing music, man. I didn't start doing music till I was like 19, 20 years old. But as far as, like you're saying, going back to the car shows and stuff, man, I've been attending your guys' car shows, the Lowrider car shows, just in general, since I was young. I was walking around taking pictures with the, hey, let me take a picture, you know what I'm saying, next to the cars. And we had a little Lowrider bike club. We would walk around with our little shirts printed up, you know what I'm saying? So I've been around the, culture my whole life. And then, as I transpired and got into music, that was like our target demographic, you know what I'm saying? That's where we come from. That's the lifestyle we're living in our culture. So, bro, as soon as I started doing music, honestly, this was the first city I hit, man, San Jose. I came out here, hit Santa Clara Boulevard, Santa Clara, Alum Rock, and just came out here and hit my little promo run. We go to King and Story, just hit, the music in the park and all this whole little area, you know what I mean? Of course, all the car shows, and we started just building out from this area on out, man. So, yeah, bro, 20-year-old, I guess you could say kid, and now being
so that's when you really got into the music industry. I know being Raza, shoot, we all grow up with lowriders and being a part of the culture and being a part of the streets too.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of your music when you first started, a lot of street music.
For sure, yeah.
A lot of the hood stuff that was going on. But as you grow older, I see you changing, your music changing. And like I said, we love to have you back all the time at our shows. Yeah. And not even when you're not performing, you still show up, man. Yeah. You're out there, showing face with the crowd and stuff,
like Yeah. Yeah, bro, because obviously, like I was going back as a young person, that's the lifestyle that I was involved with at the time, doing that type of stuff. So that's the kind of, music we put out naturally, you know what I'm saying? And growing up, I've always been a little more smart, level-headed than most of the individuals. I want, not trying to degrade nobody. I just felt like I had a different head on my shoulders, obviously, because I created a business out of everything I've done and stuff. But as I've grown and learned and learned from my mistakes and other people's mistakes, I had a vision of what I wanted to be and what I wanted to do. So I had a goal, and I would work at that. And throughout the years, people would end up in prison, dying off. You know what I'm saying? And I was just always hustling, trying to work. And as I grew, my fan base grew up too.
Right. So
definitely. That's why I think I'm still, semi-successful at what I do all these years, because people stuck with me through 20 years, because I'm not trying to sound like a 20-year-old kid and rap about the same shit I was doing when I was 18, 19, 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? I'm rapping about grown man stuff. And if I do speak on that, it's kind of reflecting on that, like life lessons type of learned. You know what I'm saying? Because through all them years, a lot of serious lessons have been learned, close friends we lost, you know what I mean? And I'm sure we all been through that. And we get to this age, it's like that old saying, wish I knew then what I knew now, you know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, and it all transpires into the music, and I kind of say, one of the sayings I say, man, I just rap my age, you know what I'm saying? So, You know, some people say rap your age, act your wage. I rap my age, man.
Right.
And that's why it's grown. Of course, being a kid, running around the street life, doing that type of stuff, that's the music I was doing. Now as a grown man, I'm leveled up and, you know, raised my family, run some businesses, and just try to inspire and help people more. So I feel like my music's a little more hustle motivated. I try to do the feel good music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I still do we all have different sides of us.
You kind of like what E40 does. E40 does his he raps his like kind of like knowledge, and I see you doing that now. I see you pushing, because you know you say there's a fan base that does follow you, and what's cool about it, when I've told a lot of I don't want to say rappers, I want to say musicians, bro, because you guys are actually musicians.
I appreciate it.
And to me, it's like you know, they rap a certain way, certain hood, but they have this following, and they're touching all these people.
Yeah.
And sometimes I say, man, you know, as you're growing, you could change it a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, not kind of like forget where you're from, because I mean we're all from Northern California.
For sure, yeah.
You know, and people from Southern California rap.
Yeah.
The East Coast, everybody has their own flavor.
Yeah.
And definitely Northern California has its own flavor.
Of course, yeah.
So for you to keep continuing doing that, it's kind of cool, but doing it in a, like you say, a grown man's level.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Because I know you do other things too. You got I heard of Airbnb too, right? You guys, you have Airbnb.
Yeah, I got all my hands in all kinds of little cookie jars. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what's good.
Yeah, you know, you gotta expand your portfolio, especially, you know, out here in the Bay Area, man. It's not cheap. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hell no.
But yeah, you know, I did have that conversation with someone, like you said. It's kind of you have to it's kind of almost reinventing yourself to stay somewhat relevant in the mix, whether it's business, rapping, anything to stay up on times, like what you're doing with this podcasting. You know, you come from an old school era, it was magazines and, you know, and strictly just print, you know, and then you got to go to digital. And then now it's like, okay, podcasting, because people like to listen and learn with their eyes now. You know what I'm saying? It's everything's visual.
Right.
Even music, you know, music's not even music no more. It's all about who the person is, the image, and the videos they put out.
Right.
So people are watching music videos rather than just putting in, you know, we come from time tapes and CDs.
Yeah.
You didn't know how that person looked on the just the
right,
picture. That's all you knew from them, just the picture on the cover. So you know, you have to adapt and evolve and keep up with the times and constantly kind of reinvent yourself. Not like total 380 switching, like, you know, just the way I try to explain to people. Gotta just level up, man. Show that, you know, you're growing. People want to see elevation. People want to see. They want to be inspired. They want to see. They like to see new out of something, you know what I mean? Some kind of change, you know what I'm saying?
Music, to me, music's like theatrical.
Yeah.
So you're giving them an image of who you are, and what you're about, and where you're going with it, you know. And you know, music you could also use to hate on people,
For sure.
to hurt people.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, and I know, like I said, from a lot of musicians back in the days, they did a lot of that, and I said to myself, man, you know, they have a good crowd. They're pulling enough people.
Yeah.
And they could change with them. And, and I'm gonna tell you, from a lot of rappers out there, you're probably one of the ones that have definitely changed and grown up, and you have good music, good music that people can feel to, you know.
Yeah.
But who inspired you to do what you're doing?
I mean, anybody that knows me, follows me, know that the whole reason I got into this music or put in this position was my brother Woody. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. Yeah. He was a well-known rapper, and you know, anybody that knows his story. You know what I'm saying? But at that time, he's from my town. He was, you know, on a different level. He was already dropping music. I was a big fan of him. Right. Everybody around me was listening to him. You know what I mean? Just he was just taking over like a windstorm. Right. So when I had the opportunities to do music, and we have already met a few times. He have already heard of. I guess we had a reputation of our town of what we're doing, stupid shit. You know what I mean? Because he knew what time it was with us. So when we did rap, when I did start rapping, he just was like, all right, cool, I got to check this out. I got to hear you. And when he actually liked the music, he's like, man, I'll put you on my album. So he gave me a shot. He gave me one opportunity. I submitted a song for his Northern Exposure compilation, and it ended up being one of the top songs on the album. He's like, bro, you made the top. If you're on the top 5 or top 10 of the album, you made it. Right, I think we made track number 7. So he's like, that's a big deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And that song did well for me, man. I remember moving around, hearing people. I go to house parties, man, just mobbing through the town. I'd hear people slapping it. So it did well for me, and it changed my whole perspective on life, man. Because I was getting nothing but influence around either the the OGs coming out the pen,
Right.
or the dope boys get money and the lifestyle they're living. That's what was intriguing me at that point in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Make music.
So now it's like, okay, Wood gave me a vision of, damn, this dude's running a business. He's creating his own beats. He got his own production, his own record label. He's doing everything in-house, packaging the CDs himself, getting everything done.
When it was harder.
Yeah.
We didn't have all this internet
Yeah,
stuff.
and and we didn't have all the information like to go on YouTube and all this. Like to get that information firsthand was you had to know somebody in the industry.
Right.
And we became friends. Long story short, me and him became real good friends. He just laced me up with so much, motivated me to do my thing. And I didn't ask him for anything else but advice and a few songs we've done together. And I did everything else myself. I created my own label, built my own studio, built my own team, and I took his playbook and I ran with it. And like I said, that's why he changed my life. All he gave me was an opportunity. You know what I mean? That's
So how'd you feel when he passed away? Because
Oh no, that crushed me, bro. Because I was, like I said, a friend of mine. And it's a lot of people. He affected a lot of people. But that one was a little harder because we ended up being like real close homies and shit. So yeah, it sucked. He was but like I said, bro, the lifestyle we lived and especially him, he had a different background, different story. He had some crazy shit going on.
Well,
bro.
it's funny because he came to our shows quite a bit.
Yeah.
And one time he went to our show in San Francisco and
I was there with him.
He was trying to get in.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that's when we had Mac Dre.
Yeah.
And he was trying to get him he goes, I'm trying to get in. I go, who are you?
Yeah.
I'm Woody. You don't know me? I go, I don't know who you are, bro. Because I wasn't really at the time. I grew up in the '80s, man. I'm gonna say like late '80s, early '90s with Eazy-E and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So the music you guys are coming up with was it's a little different.
Yeah.
But
Took a while to adapt for some people.
Yeah. So I was kind of like, okay, but then when I started knowing who he was, all right. So every time he came, we let him in, kind of like because I feel, to me, it's like somebody that's coming up, you always got to give them a chance.
Yeah.
Especially, I just got to a point where it got too kind of violent on our stage, where I was like, hey, you know what, man, you could act a certain way, but you can't. I don't want you guys to feed the crowd too much, because it gets kind of crazy. And then I was dealing with the cops, dealing with the cities and all that. So that's why I wanted everybody to kind of like, you guys can make that music. You got the crowd. Yeah. Make some girl music.
That's the hard position I think you were in, because obviously that's, lowriding the culture. It's, it's a like a Chicano, culture thing, right? And it brings, obviously, the lowriders, the family, but it also brings, the gang
elements.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
Element,
And that's like I could understand, because it's like, how do we
balance it?
How do you balance it? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's probably tough to deal with that, man. I could understand. And, I respected it, even with what I was doing, bro. Like, for many years, I couldn't do shows. I couldn't do nothing. Everything was getting shut down. Gang Task was shut down my shows. People would just put us in a box for a long time. And that was one of the main reasons I kind of switched up my style, too, was like, I'm a businessman. This is a business I'm running. My records are selling, by the thousands, man. Where our streams are coming in pretty big. It's making it got to the point where I'm making a living off this. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, okay, if this is a business, I got to treat it like a business. You know what I mean? So I try to, I guess you could say, clean it up a little bit. I don't need to put just
too much on it.
You know what I mean? People know where I'm from. And on top of that, like I said, I've grown up, my mind's leveled up anyways, but I don't need to keep reminding people where the fuck I'm from. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And let the history speak for itself, and let the music speak for itself. And so far, so good.
Well, no, and that's what I mean. Like a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of artists out there that are growing. They're coming up, and I think you're a good example of good music.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
And there's other cats out there that are rapping. I'm thinking, man, they rap good. Their lyrics are good. But they always have to throw that little that kind of pinches.
Yeah.
It pinches the government, or pinches. It's kind of like even the rappers out in the East Coast when they're dry snitching on each other. We were just talking about that, how people get on a podcast and dry snitch on each other, thinking, oh, this is cool and all that. I'd rather us come up and deal with actors and get into the big business that I think the black entertainment gets into, black rappers get into, because man, they're doing a lot of things that we should be doing. And we're a majority, man.
Yeah,
like, why aren't we in that level where I think where you should be doing something with, they should be calling you up or calling in the Chicano, like, hey man, we want you to do this, we want you to do that, because you guys got the look, you guys have the music, you guys have the movement, man.
Yeah.
And it just, to me, it's just, I think we keep ourselves down sometimes.
No, I agree with that. You pigeonhole yourself sometimes, man, and it's hard because I know coming from a young-minded person, sometimes they can't see past that. They can't see past what's going on in their small environment. Their world is their neighborhood, their gang, their homies, and their ops, whatever they're thinking about. And this is just what I'm seeing with the younger generation, you know what I'm saying? So they don't see past that. It's just what they're in the midst of, you know what I mean? And you're right, the world is bigger. There is opportunities out there. It's harder. We're kind of like the black sheep up here in Northern California when it comes to the entertainment, because Los Angeles is the backyard Hollywood, all the movies and the movie stars, and everything's out there business wise. Yeah. So it is harder for us, but it's even transferring the styles now, because before you would really differentiate Northern California,
Southern California,
Hispanic, and Southern California. They're all Pelones out there, the Pendletons, real old school, you know what I'm saying? Right. Up here, they're more gamed up. They always affiliated, Mexicans up there kind of more influenced like by black culture, San Francisco type of shit. Not San Jose. We got a lot of old school people in certain areas, but the younger generation, you know what I'm saying? And now it's the same thing out there. Yeah. The younger cats in LA are dressing like, influenced by urban culture and stuff like that, and they're getting the big shot now. They're starting to get the bigger stages because they adapted the culture outside that box. But you're right, man. We need to find a way to, expand. And like you said, I've been getting a little more opportunities. I got just hit up by another movie. I'm about to go film in Vegas on the 1st of next month. You know what I mean? There's a couple big actors that are like dope to work with that are on some big films, and I'm like, it's a bigger budget film, so it's kind of dope to see that those things starting to reach out my way too. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's I think there's a company in LA that they're like an agency for the Chicanos.
You talking about From the Streets to the Set?
I think so.
Yeah, I know. I work with them. I did when I did this movie with Burner that his first movie he's trying to do, that he had my boy Davey, shout out Davey and Four Ways Entertainment. I went out to Burbank, met with them, and they work with them. They do more of those people out there in LA, like they got their own crowd, and they're trying to get them from the streets, and they're trying to get them acting and stuff like that. So they got their own little crowd of people, which is cool. You know what I'm saying?
So maybe that's something that you can get into getting out here, because there's a lot of talent here.
Yeah.
And, to me, like you said, that's Hollywood. You got, what's his name? Just did Kendrick Lamar did something with what's his name? Lefty Gunplay.
Yeah, he's throwing a big bone on that one.
Right, and shoot, so he's eating off that,
Sure.
Yeah. And he's quite a character, man, for sure, man. He's quite a character, bro.
I guess it works for him.
Right. So, but I think like out here we got D40, Too Short. We have these guys that have blown up, or they're old school too, that should throw a bone at everybody out here, man, or at least help out the Chicano or Hispanic or Latino, however they want to call it, community, because we are a big part of them.
No, for sure, man.
Yeah,
no, I agree. It's the way I look at it though too. At the same time, people have to carry their own weight and kind of level up themselves. That's why I always say it's like you got to self-evolve, and these youngsters need to kind of evolve their life, man. Like why? Like if I was an E40 or Too Short or somebody in that position, I could throw bones all day. It's like lead a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink.
Right.
Now you see, okay, this young homie over here, this dude got a lot of potential. He's hustling, he's making noise. These are the people you add a fuel to the fire with them.
Right.
Unfortunate thing out here, there's too many people that just want handouts. Hey, put me on, help me out. Like it's like I'm sure you how many people probably hit you up for the show. Let me get on your stage. Let me get on. You're like, hey, let me see what you're doing. You got to earn that, but you got to earn that position a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
And it took me a while to. At first, I was just throwing everybody on stage because I wanted everybody to blow up, but got to a point where some of these guys were even disrespecting my crew, man. I'm like, what the hell? Like, we're giving you a shot, and it got crazy where it just got too involved to the streets where I kind of had to change it up. But there's a lot of good artists right now. Like I said, and I always try to pick, just something that will go with the flow of our shows, and I don't try to get too. I mean, I gotta throw street on there, no matter what. Even when I was doing LA shows, I would give some of those cats out there, like it was a guy named Wicked Minds. I don't know if you remember those guys.
I don't think so.
Yeah, they're rest in peace. They ended up getting killed and stuff. But I think what was it? He he was going to work, and two guys they kidnapped him and took him and killed him. I mean, some crazy shit happened.
It's a cold game out there, bro.
Yeah, so I gave these guys a chance, but their music was also, it was street, but it was cool. Like they mixed it with oldies, and my main thing, and I'm gonna tell everybody is that, I'm down with your music as long as you're not threatening another. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's the hell with Southern California, the hell with Northern California, then I won't mess with you.
I don't blame you. Hey, protect your peace, bro.
Right. Because to me,
protect your business.
we're all at the same time. We all come from one area, bro.
Yeah.
It's called Mexico.
Yeah.
A lot of our ancestors come from out there, and we all breathe the same, look the same. We all territorial. Yeah. I mean, of course, we're born to be Aztec warriors, bro. So I think that's why the whole warrior thing comes in. But because there's got a lot of cats that I messed with in Los Angeles that I thought, fuck, these guys are good.
Yeah.
And they didn't blow up neither. They haven't because of the whole street stuff.
Yeah.
But some of them changed, some of them didn't. But I still think there's a lot of growth, especially here in Northern California, because we definitely here in Northern California, we need to expand more. We need more artists to travel. Because I try to take artists with us to Utah.
Yeah.
I mean Idaho. Sorry. To Idaho. I try to do, because we have a show in Idaho.
Yeah. And
so the promoter out there I deal with, I tell him, man, you need to bring Northern California out here. So he's like, oh, little by little. So I know there's a big influence in I think Utah, right? Utah, there's a big influence.
Yeah. Salt Lake area.
Washington, Colorado. I've seen it out there. So, it's kind of a cool thing, man. But it's. I would love to see it evolve more into bigger screens, bigger deals, and bigger movements, man. Definitely
more mainstream media pick it up. You know what I'm saying? Right. It would be nice in a perfect world. That's kind of the goal. And I could see it happening with the new generation. It may not be the style we grew up on, right, but I could see it happening because people are becoming more. When you separate a style like that's Chicano, that's Mexicano, those are Latins, that's black rap. When you separate, it kind of separates you. When you could be accepted by everybody, when you got white boys listening to you, got black people respecting you, that's when you really blow up. You need the whole spectrum. And like I said, the way we're kind of raised, we would love to see, I want to be known as this, but that kind of puts us in a box, and we want it, but I don't see that happening too much because you have to appeal to the masses, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Baby Bash.
Yeah.
Baby Bash.
But that's what I'm saying. Baby Bash is one of the very few. But he went to Texas and didn't kind of come across as like and I'm kind of going. There's a lot of Latinos that blew up. You know what I'm saying? Right. Mexicanos. But I'm talking about more like the culture wise, what I'm seeing, like the streets out here. You know what I'm saying? We do have artists that have done well for themselves with Latin.
Like 6ix9ine.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
He blew up big, man.
But Bashes are always shout out Bash when I do podcasts, when I talk about him, because people always forget. Like he was big, man. He has big hits, bro. He's been on.
No, he's good, man.
He went mainstream, bro. Like he took over the radio waves, clubs. They played his music in big movies. Ice Cube played him. He was in Barbershop. They played his song. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I'll go back with him when he was with his crew called Latino Velvet.
Yeah.
With JT and Don Cisco, and it was him. And I remember back in the days when they were putting that team together. But like you said, he took off to Texas under what was his name? South Park Mexican.
Dope House, I believe.
Yeah, he was under his wing for a while. Then he got in trouble. So the next person that came up was not Don Cisco, Baby Bash. But Baby Bash came out with some cool music that was mainstream. But he's still doing his thing.
He's still working. He brings a crowd. I see he's on tour. Him and I think MC Magic, they tour. I think Lil Rob and all them. He goes out with them, man, and they bring out a crowd, man. I can't hate on that. You know what I mean? He's doing his thing still. And Bash is a good dude, man. He's a real humble dude, man. He's one of probably the only individuals I know that's from Northern California that people might not know that maneuvers as a rapper, maneuvers with North and South, and no one trips on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think nobody sweated them. A lot of people can't get away with that though, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you got to pick sidearms.
Right. Now, would you do music with somebody out there? Like,
I mean, I wouldn't personally, just because, like I said, I spoke about this on a few interviews, man. Just because at this point it wouldn't be no point, man. Like it would cause more damage than good, in my opinion. Just because I don't think people would be ready for that. Like, I have no problem with Lil Rob. You know, if I see, bro, I got no issue with him or nothing like that. We come from two different sides and lifestyles. You know, hey, I respect what you do. You made a lot of noise in your movement, but that would be just too much. I'm protecting my peace, bro. I'm protecting my peace, bro. You know, at the end of the day, bro. Like,
kind of from where you came from, it gave you that kind of a label at one time. And now it's a little different. It's kind of like Little Rob.
Yeah.
You know, because his music is pretty dope too.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know or not, but he lives in Sacramento.
Yeah, I thought he lived somewhere close to that, like Butte County or something like that.
Yeah, because he stayed in San Jose for a while.
Yeah.
And we used to see him out here a lot, and then he ended up moving out there.
His girl grew up with my girl, I believe.
Out there,
they know each other.
Right.
My girl's from Yuba City, so
okay. And he's cool. And like you know, and like he says the same thing. He goes, you know, the tough thing about life is that where you're from, right away you get labeled.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter to our own people, because you're always going to get that.
I mean, you know. and it's like this. Like, I wouldn't disrespect, because I'm still like, I never turn my back on my people. I never changed who I am, as far as like people like, how did you change your life? I never changed up on nobody. I never said I left that lifestyle behind. I just grew up from it.
Right.
Like, I never had to tell my brother, I can't fuck with you no more because we live two different lifestyles. I just tell bro, look, I'm on a mission. I'm hustling. I'm hoping I inspire you so you can hustle and get money and raise your family and do what we're supposed to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're still on that dumb shit and you want to be on the corner and still trip on some little kid shit, then we can't fuck with each other. That's nothing to do with anything.
Like I told people, you graduate from what you. It's like going to school. Yeah. You're learning, and get to a point where, wait a minute. It's about time to make some money.
I mean, we're supposed to better ourselves. That's the purpose, you know what I mean? And do things and achieve more in life, man. And if you're not growing, you know, like I said, brother, it's more of a mentality thing more than a lifestyle. Like I don't care where you're from. If you're from this neighborhood, that doesn't necessarily mean just because we come from the same you know, culture means I should rock with you. It's your mindset. Like I said, this dude might be a crash dummy over there. You're still talking some dumb shit. I don't need to improve myself to this dude because he thinks, oh, you ain't out here with him. Hell no, I'm not out here with you, bro. You should be up here with me, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm not really worried on public opinion, but I never turn my back on my brothers or my people. I just elevated to a different state of mind state and trying to build and become more successful still, you know what I mean? As much as I've achieved, I'm still, bro, grinding. You know, there's people like, congratulations, Tony, you done this, but I'm around people that are really well off where I want to be at, so I'm still grinding, and hopefully I can inspire them to come up and you know, level up too, you know what I'm saying?
Kind of stay away from the whole street thing, kind of level up with some music that's a little bit different.
Why would I at this point? Why would I burn? Look at, and if you, I don't know if you follow a lot of like what goes on in the social media world with a lot of these other rappers from different places. You got dudes that make it out the hood that become very successful, and they get wrapped up on that shit, and they get wrapped in RICO charges, indictments, or old murder charges pop up, and it just happens constantly. Like they can't separate the lifestyles anymore. You know what I'm saying? Right. And this game is like either you win or you lose. We're all gonna clock out. Did you win in it or did you lose? You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, you're right. No, that's the tough thing about. It's kind of like what happened to Tekashi 6ix9ine, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he was hanging out with the Bloods, and they weren't showing him no love, and that it wasn't him. You know, he was more of an actor than anything. You know?
I think they were trying to utilize him. He tried to use that persona to help it boost his career. You know what I mean? He was more of a troll. That's what you call the shock factor that makes it these days. What the fuck is that thing? What is that? Oh shit! And they pay attention to you. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's a trip. Times have changed for sure, man.
Well, that's what's up, man. Well, you know, I mean, you know, to me, it's you know, same thing. I think with the Southern rappers out there, they got the same, you know, mindset, especially from the street, you know, and it's tough. I know, and it's tough for a lot of rappers out there, or artists, you know, or musicians. But you know, to level up differently, to make music for the girls, to make music for fun, for the summer, kind of like what you've been doing, man. To me, it's like it's good feel music. Kind of like what I told Magic one time too. I said, you know, you sing for the girls. You're singing classical music. Basically, you're gonna be like an oldies for the young generation, and I think that's where you're gonna end up too. It's gonna be oldies for the younger generation.
You know what's crazy to see the generation of I got kids that still rock, like slap our music, like they know our music, and they're taking pictures with me, and their parents, their mom and dad, like, we grew up on your shit. Now my kids listen to you. Right. That's a trip to me. That shows, that's dope to me. Like, I don't care about blowing up or anything else. That means more to me than anything, man.
You touch hearts, man.
Yeah, being a one-hit wonder, you could be up for a year and be gone. That longevity to me means more than anything, man. You know what I'm saying? But kind of going back real quick, just because I want to touch on something you're saying. You're saying like the old messages and stuff like that. Part of it the growing up in the music did leave me with like a guilty conscience, bro, because all the messages I was putting out when I was young, not to say like I regret, my lifestyle because I've grown from it, but using my voice or what I do, I'm very, very cautious now because I don't know how much damage I've caused, you know what I'm saying? Telling this individual that, this and that, and how much blood is on my hands from a lot of that, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of my retribution now to like maybe help uplift people, get money, get, enjoy your family and enjoy stuff like that.
The saying is, you got to get your feet muddy before you can, wash them off. And that's a good thing because you have, it's kind of like you have the following that have stuck with you and they see the change in you. Because I know a lot of people see the change. I see the change in you.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
And that's why, I like bringing you out because, you got a good crowd too. The crowd that comes out. Yeah. They're grown ups, man. A lot of them are grown ups. A lot of youngsters. Yeah. Like you said, you have your the olders and the young. Yeah. It's kind of cool. And to me, that's a positive thing. And I think a lot of musicians out there or artists out there should do the same. Yeah. I mean, I think they should kind of change their music. And I'm saying that not change your music, but just change your thoughts. You know what you're doing because you are. It's like poison, really, man. You go out there and, like you say, you cause damage.
The power of the tongue is real, man.
Right, or you could do something good with it and get these kids educated.
The unfortunate thing, though, bro, that stuff doesn't sell.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't sell. It doesn't. Record labels don't want it. It'd be nice, like I said, in the perfect world, but positivity doesn't sell in rap, bro, or any kind of music, man. People love damaged souls in music. People love just like I seen that documentary about Rick James, man. When he had his big hits when he was wild and when he sobered up. No one wanted to hear a sober Rick James. No, his music, you only know him from his main hits. You know what I mean? After that, you don't know too much of his music.
Controversy sells, man.
Yeah, it does. It does, unfortunately, man. So, it's kind of that curse and the blessing with music, man. The damaged souls sell, and when you try to, hopefully you could, that's why I try to at least give some game to new artists. Like, if you do able to make a bag off your wave, use that money wisely and build, longevity. Don't just depend on that short career because you had a good year, you know what I'm saying? And now, hey, I went and bought all this jewelry and these cars and it's up and damn, my numbers are going down the next year, 2 years. These new kids are growing up listening to somebody else and, they didn't do nothing with that money. So I try to hopefully inspire people to, invest some of their money. I've made, some stupid investments and lost a shitload of money and I made some smart ones, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still learning that. But that's something I try to at least give game on people, man. Be smart with it, man. You know what I mean? Because a wave is a wave. It comes and goes for a lot of people.
I think growing up with the music that you've been doing and that helps you elevate yourself and helps your business because you're in the way making music and making moves. You're making moves, so you kind of use that to make other moves.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and it's a free billboard too. It's a platform. We create our own platforms. We don't need record labels. I mean, there obviously help, but if you could, social media, you could reach people on your own. If you drop a video like our last project did really well. We hit 1 million views pretty fast. That's pretty independently successful if you could do that these days.
I see the videos are bad, man.
Yeah.
It came out really nice.
And you know what? And that keeps me on my toes too. I never got comfortable. I'm like, man, we have to step it up on. Like during that time I did that Tell Me video with all that's one of our biggest songs right now. Everyone was on this dissing ops back and forth. It was LA, the homies up here, they were just busy doing this, bing, bing, bing. I said, I'm gonna hit them with some whole different vibe over here. Right. Where they're going back and forth on this, which is catching the wave right now because a lot of eyes are on it. These big podcast channels are reaching out to us, and it did open up doors because of people love controversy. What's going on over here? Let me tune in. I'm gonna hit them I'm gonna go this way. They all going left, I'm gonna go right. So that's why I did some feel good shit. I'm gonna get some beautiful women out there, some nice cars, you know what I'm saying, and do a whole different vibe. Let's throw them for a hook, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, you did it right. You did it good. And it looks good. I like the whole production, man. Whoever did the production was that
My boy Stewie.
Stewie, yeah, you got down on that.
I'm
man.
very particular. Even on the cars, man. I said, man, we got to have some decent cars, man. One, the Skylark is, reproduction of my boy Woodie's car, so that's symbolic. But I was like, we got to have something big. We got the 59 drop in there, you know what I'm saying? We got to do some
car,
yeah,
man.
so we can't, and not to disrespect any other people's cars, but you ain't even just pulling up in anything in this video, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. So, I mean, what do we see in the future with you, man? Any love music or anything of that slowing down?
I never really done love music, man.
Really?
I think what I'm gonna do is just kind of feed. It's like the recipe, man. I'm gonna, do my deep music. I try to give my game and my wisdom and stuff I've been through, and then I'm gonna do my feel good music. We all have different hats, right? Us as men, we have our family side, we have our business side, we have our don't fuck with my family side, don't fuck with me side. We have our nice guy side. We all wear different hats, so I put that into the music, you know what I mean? Some days I'm on that fuck you vibe, you know what I'm saying? Some days I'm on the, hey buddy, what's up, homie? Come on. It just depends. So we put that on the music, and then I'm just gonna keep dropping, bro. Keep trying to build businesses. I'm trying to obviously, stay in the mix somehow. So now that's why I'm gonna do content and podcasting and stuff like that with the music, and then just keep working, bro. You know what I mean?
What would you tell the young Tone? If you could tell your young self something, man, what would you tell yourself?
Man, invest in Google, Apple, Tesla. right. Boy, you put your money up on all that, man. Uber, Bitcoin.
Oh, yeah.
Bitcoin, I would have been, man, I would have gave myself so much game. Boy, I'd have been sitting on hundreds of millions right now.
Oh, there's a lot of people that even on YouTube, a lot of YouTubers, man, Bitcoin success, man. And
crazy, man.
They're out there giving out cars and getting big, man, like doing stuff like
bro,
that.
The whole new wave. Look, YouTubers, streamers, content creators are getting paid more than movie stars now. Right. YouTubers are making more money than the movie stars were back in the 90s with the Brad Pitts and the Angelina Jolies and stuff.
Well, that's how they're blowing up now. Exactly. A lot of these YouTubers, they record themselves playing guitars or doing some crazy stuff or acting or just doing like comedy, man. I sit there sometimes on YouTube watching, going, "What the fuck?" My wife goes,
watching,
right? My wife goes, you keep watching this. I'm going, God damn, Then I get, like I'm building my 39, so I start like looking at 39 stuff and one after another. Then I got into shoes. Here I'm looking at all these shoes drops. Then I got into something else. It keeps going and going and going. And there's so many things to look at that. TV now isn't what it is anymore.
Nah, attention spans are short. That's why like the shorts are real popular. It's a quick video. No one watches like long videos no more. Movies are kind of dying out. Big budgets on movies are a thing of the past. You know what I'm saying?
You do a couple of them, right? I see you do a couple of inspiration ones and stuff in the morning.
Yeah, I do. Like I said, videos and stuff like that. But that's something I like to do. Either just try to give game, and I get good response on it, bro. You know how many like messages and people reach out to me like, bro, I soak up a lot of shit you say. We were at one of the car shows. We were at which car show was it at recently? It was one of your car shows. It was at, I forgot which one it was. I don't remember. But we pulled up. It was last year, and it was hot as hell. So we're sitting in the car, and some little youngster walks up. I got me. I think my girl's in the car. A few of the homies. And this dude walks up kind of grimy. He had like the little mask on. It's hot, you're out there with the mask on. I'm still on my P's and Q's, you know what I mean? Those environments, I'm a little more relaxed, but still, my antennas go up. Sure. And dude just comes up, like shaky voice, like, bro, I just want to tell you, bro, like I ain't got no dad, bro. Like I listen to everything you say. And he just gave me this like heartfelt speech that he listens to everything. He ever looks up to me, and he's inspired by everything I do. And I look at my girl's like, damn, this fool made me cry. And my homie's like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I almost shed a tear too, bro. That was touching. But it's just, it opens up my eyes. Like, man, these youngsters are really listening. And I understand there's a lot of them that probably hate. They're probably rolling their eyes like, here he goes again. I don't give a fuck about them. You do what you want to do. You're gonna end up where you end up anyways with that attitude. I ain't tripping on you. But there's a whole bunch of homies that want better. They want to do something with themselves. They're tired of their circumstance. They want to make money. They want to, turn the key to their own house. You know what I'm saying? They want a beautiful woman to come home to, or a family and beautiful kids. You know what I'm saying? Sure. They want that. So there's recipes out there for that. There's recipes to end up in prison, and there's a recipe to end up killed too. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna steer you down that road. I'm gonna try to help you get your shit together, bro. You know what I'm saying? And if it's just sparking the interest in the mind to change, then that's what it is, bro.
Yeah, no, that's the way it is. But what would you tell your young self besides that?
Be like on some
like on some leveled up stuff, like to like, you know, like if you're growing up and you're yourself right now.
Yeah.
Let's say your son.
If I was just chopping it, that's a good question, man.
Your son's coming up and he's going down your road.
Yeah.
And he's saying, Dad, I wanna rap like this. I wanna do this. Like I sat there and I came up a different way.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
If I was to put a lot of stuff I put out, I mean, people are like, what the? But I don't show that side because to me, that's a chapter that I shut down and I buried it 6 feet under. Yeah. My kids growing up, like I have a 25-year-old, a 23-year-old, and my daughter. I wouldn't even let them wear red. Yeah. Because I said, I don't want you guys wearing red or blue. Yeah. Because the streets are funny right now. Yeah. This was, you know, a long time ago. Yeah. Like if you guys are gonna be wearing these colors, I want you guys to wear them as a fashion, or if I mean, I'm a big Niner fan, bro. I love the Niners.
Hell yeah, bang bang.
So I told my sons, if you guys gonna be wearing the Niner stuff, wear them during the season. Don't wear them all year long. Or and as they're growing up, they're people are hitting them. Hey, Dad, you know they're telling me that I should be this, I should be that because I'm this, and I'm not gonna look. Yeah. No, you're your own man. Yeah. You know, you're your own boss. You do your own thing. You're a leader. You're a born leader. Yeah. You're not born a follower. So don't follow anybody. Yeah. Because you're gonna end up somewhere being told something by another man besides me. Yeah. There's only 2 men in this world you need to listen to. Yeah. God and me. Yeah. And that's it. And if I'm luring you to a wrong path, then let God strike me. Yeah. But you know, that's kind of like how they grew up. And right now, if you look at my kids, they're just, you know, normal kids. They're into they're into hip hop, they're into street music, but they're also into like those banda corridos and stuff that the youngsters are coming up with.
Very some good kids.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and they're into all that stuff, and that's the good thing. My style is totally different than theirs, but
you know. Hey, respect to that, man. Congratulations on that. You know, you want best for your kids, man. You know what I mean? And I'm blessed where, you know, my daughter just turned 18. I got an 18-year-old kid, crazy, and I got one on the way too, which is trippy. But it's a trip that
how many kids you got?
I got one on the way.
Oh shit!
But like I said, my daughter just turned 18, and that was like the scariest thing, having a daughter. But man, she ended up being such a good kid, man. Like she's still in high school, but she's got her job. She works another job on her days off. She's on a roll. She wants to go to college, man. Nice. She doesn't trip off none of this street shit. She don't even listen to rap like that. You know what I'm saying? Like such a good head on her shoulders. And people coming from me, people probably expected that different. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because I've seen like homies back in the days get their kids, dress them all up.
I did that with her too when she was a baby. Her fucking baby shower was all red finoed out, and you know all the big homies there, and giving you know the baby shower gifts and stuff like that. You know, we named her Anna. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you know, just fortunately, you know, I was able to grow and elevate my mentality and change as a person, as a man. And it reflected on our kids, you know what I'm saying? Like she didn't follow that lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? Right. So, but going back to your question, that's a good question. What the fuck would I tell myself? I'm tough. I believe in tough love, bro. Like I got some some little homies that I'm very hard on. Like I'm on them a certain way, but it's out of love because I believe that life ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing, man. Life's gonna kick your ass. You're gonna learn. Like I said, I could tell you everything that I want to tell you should do. But you could disregard everything I say, but life will tell you the truth. Right, if you end up in that pen doing 20 years, life kicked your ass. If you end up getting, you know, paralyzed because you got shot, that's life kicking your ass. You know what I'm saying? If you end up strung out on dope and not a pot to pissing, life is going to kick your ass. It's going to be real to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it because that's how it ends up for a lot of people. Right. So I'm very tough love, man. Like fuck the bullshit, man. Like you said, be a leader. Don't be a follower. You know what I'm saying? Right. Be your own person, but analyze your surroundings because you're a byproduct of the 5 people you hang out with. That's a true statement.
That's right.
If you're hanging out with 5 dudes that are just doing dope and smoking, drinking all day, you're just gonna end up that. You know what I'm saying? Like going back to why I was fortunate to have guys like Wood and these other dudes around me that were doing something. I was inspired by that. But a lot of these people don't see past that, so they end up. So the game I would give, bro, would be kind of hard because I don't regret too much the way I lived because it was a lot of lessons, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It made you who you are now.
Yeah, and I'm able to leave those clues and seeds for other people that want to learn. And I'm still climbing, bro. Like I haven't reached nearly what I plan on reaching.
Right.
Maybe music-wise and stuff because I'm older, but in as entrepreneur and hustling, bro, like I got a big vision. I'm working my ass off still. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for sure. You never. I'm gonna tell you one thing in life, man. You never stop learning.
For sure.
Never stop. If you hear somebody that thinks that they're the wisest man in the world, then don't hang out with them.
Exactly.
You know, and they say always hang out around people that are successful.
Yeah.
Because that's what's going to elevate you to be successful. If you hang out with a bunch of like, I mean, you know, you're always going to get that one person that you want to help out. But if they're hard headed, you get to a point where, like, bro, you know, I can help you so much, but that's it. It's time for you to kick rocks. I got to go another road.
That weight, bro.
But you know, my mom once said, you know, tell me who you hang out with. I'll tell you what you're smoking.
Oh, what you're smoking?
Yeah, she goes, tell me who you hang out with. I'll tell you what kind you're smoking.
Yeah. Break that down. Break that down.
To me, I was like, hey, yeah, you're right. You know, because you know you could tell. You could tell, like, you know, you got friends that are smart and they're like, oh, you know, and then you got that one homie that's always, hey, you know, what's up, moms? And they're always smoking or smell like weed when they walk in. You know, not saying that weed's bad or anything, but it is bad when you're trying to get into some kind of a business. Or
if it's just a crutch and that's all you're doing is smoking, then yeah, it's bad, bro. Get your shit together. Because I tell it to my little, all you do is smoke. You're always rolling up, but you ain't doing nothing else but smoking and rolling up. And what we on today, bro? That's why you guys are broke. You're not really worried about what you're doing but smoking, you know what I'm saying? Now I got partners, like I'm in the cannabis business too. I got partners that are millionaires that smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? They built very successful businesses. They work out every day. They smoke before they work out. They run their business. They smoke. Me, I can't do that. I get high. My day's over. I'm paranoid. I don't smoke like that no more, bro. I used to on a daily. Now my day's over, bro.
That's how my brothers are, man. They own 2 clubs. Well, they own a couple. They're pretty successful, man. They're in L.A.
Yeah.
They moved out there and they started the cannabis club, man. And I'm telling you, they're very, very successful, bro. But, I mean, he wakes up smoking, goes to sleep smoking.
Hey, cool.
But he won't take nothing else. He won't eat nothing, none of those edibles. He goes, nah. He goes, if I'm not crunching it and rolling it, I'm not, you know. But, you know, like you said, you got to get to that point. They started like when he was 20, he's 39 right now. So they got some stuff, man. I don't want to say too much, but they're doing really well.
It's all legal now, man.
Yeah, it's all legal. No, they have an actual factory, bro.
Yeah.
It's not even a warehouse. It's a factory.
Yeah.
And it's all legal. They got you know, business people. They have their offices. It's kind of like a
these farms that we work with and stuff like this, like dime a dozen now. Unfortunately, it's so saturated and the industry's changed. But, bro, this stuff's looking like you're walking in Apple or Google now, you know, these offices and stuff like that. You're thinking old school weed grows and stuff like that. That's a thing of the past, man. You know, these things are high-tech facilities, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And you got to do the best stuff because sometimes it just won't sell.
It's not even that. It's just the market. That's a whole different conversation. But that whole, you know, it's just a commodity now, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, I hope it doesn't get to that point, but I feel like it's going to be just like growing tomatoes and fucking anything else pretty soon.
It's already
you know
getting there. Yeah,
man.
You're going to have to move to Mexico and do it out there, man. Over there, it's illegal still.
Is it really?
In Mexico? They catch you with a joint.
For real?
You're going to the joint. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's great. A friend of mine
in Mexico, just give him a few dollars. You'll be all right.
friends of mine, long time ago, they got caught with a joint, and shit, they had to pay $1,000 to get out.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
I know. We just went to we went to Puerto Vallarta. I took the whole family out there and everything. And my brother-in-law got caught with his pen. Oh, they took it, and I think he had to pay $300. He just paid him $300.
That's crazy. Yeah, they hit you for that. And the president out there, she's pretty tough. So
the Jewish president.
Yeah, she was raised in Redwood City.
Oh, is that right?
She went to Redwood City.
Shit, I didn't know that.
That's why she knows the game a lot, man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she went to school there for not a long time, but she understands. She goes, one of her speeches, she goes, I was raised, not raised, but I lived in a little place in Northern California. That's what she said.
I didn't know that.
A place called Redwood City.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's why she has a lot of game, bro. Like she's smart. She outdoes Trump. Trump tries to throw curveballs at her, and she kicks them out of the park, man, because she understands the United States. Really.
Yeah. I don't dig too deep into all that stuff.
Politics
man.
stuff. Yeah.
I really don't, but I know people that do, man. I don't know if that's your thing, because I know some of my guys they'll be trying to convince me this, and that. I'm just like, bro, you're making my head spin right now, bro.
Right. No, I'm into it, but not. My wife be listening to it. But I'm like, to me, it's whatever's going to happen is going to happen.
Exactly.
We have no control. We got a crazy president. What else can we do, man?
Hey, it's fucking crazy for sure. And like I said the same exact thing, and I was on like my live. It was on Instagram and TikTok. And people were like, well, But it doesn't matter how much I kick and scream, bro. I'm not gonna make that much of a difference. Now, if you want to go be involved and go to the capitals and protest and do all this, become a part of, do your thing, man. Me kicking and screaming is not gonna make no change. And I can't let it affect my day. Like you said, if something happens, I gotta pivot and adapt. What am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying?
It's like gas when it goes up. People go,
still gotta pay it.
I'm still gonna put $20 in my car. Shit, okay. If it can go up to $20 a gallon, I guess I'm only put a gallon of gas in my shit.
You're gonna try to boycott gas? Go ahead and walk then.
Right. But you know, it does affect. I think it affects like the billionaires, the rich people.
For sure.
Where we're, you know, I was brought up on the street with no money really. I mean, we had money, but it wasn't like that. You know, where we went to go eat at a burger joint. It was like, wow, shit, we're gonna eat at a burger joint. Yeah. What was the time we eat at home? We had beans on the stove.
All day. I grew up on beans on the stove every day, man. Yeah. And you know what's crazy? I trip off that because my kids, man, they get to eat like they do some player shit, man. And I was like, they don't have no clue. Like I didn't grow up like super poverty, man, but we didn't grow up with a lot of money, man. We just grew up on beans, man. A lot of frijoles, a lot of Mexican food. You know what I'm saying? And we never went to no steakhouses or eat nothing like that.
So your parents, are they from here or from Mexico?
They're my parents are from here, but my grandparents are from Mexico. So
you're third generation.
Is that third generation? I always get confused.
No, second generation.
Second.
So it's like me. I'm first generation here. My parents are from Mexico.
Okay.
So now my sons are second generation. So you're second generation.
Okay, second. Yeah.
That's what's up.
My mom's is my mom's was born out here. My pops, but my mom's went to Mexico. She's went to school in Mexico, so she was back and forth.
Right.
Because my grandpa, he actually played professional ball in Mexico. He was a pitcher for Sonora, so he was like a little celebrity in his little section.
Shit.
So we used to he's from a little town called Guaymas in Sonora, so we used to go there a lot when I was a kid. And then my other half of the family was like in Jalisco, like Guadalajara, so we'd go there. Right. And then my dad's side's from Zacatecas, you know what I'm saying?
Shit, I lived there.
Yeah.
I lived there for 2 years when I was a kid. Jalpa.
Okay.
Jalpa, Zacatecas when I was a kid. I was like 7 years old.
Okay, got you. Yeah, he's from Jerez. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I was too young.
Yeah,
I went to school there too. It was crazy. I went to a nun school, and then my parents were like, "Oh, we got to go. You guys are losing your English. We got to go." So we ended up in El Paso, and I was born here in Mountain View. It was crazy. I went from Zacatecas to Juarez to El Paso, and we stood in El Paso.
You was in Juarez, oh shit.
Yeah, I lived in Juarez for like for 6 months, man.
Yeah.
Like and I'm talking about
back then,
dirt, bro, dirt roads. Like you know, and we had fun, man. Growing up as a kid, you know,
it's off the hook now.
Shit. Yeah, now you can't. Yeah, they follow you. They want to kill you.
One of my homeboys I grew up with ended up out there. He got deported though, and then he ended up in Juarez, and they got him, bro. They did him dirty, man. They cut him up, bro. Chopped him up. You know what I'm saying?
I lost a couple of years ago. I want to say about six years ago. One of my cousins, a lot of cousins of mine, they grew up in that Juarez. He got beat up with rocks, bro. Yeah. Killed just to steal his beer, man. They left his wallet. They just stole his beer. Yeah. He had a 6-pack of beer he went to go buy, and they just rocked him to death. Because he wasn't stabbed. They just fucking kept hitting him with rocks.
It's a cold game out there, man. Like I said, they play by a different set of rules. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But like I said, you got two sides of it. Because like my mom, she's always been the now she's changed her mind a little bit more because she's always been, regardless of all that, Mexico's beautiful. You like heart loves Mexico, just wanted to move out there and be out there because all my tias, all my primos, they're all in Mexico still. You know what I mean? Like all my mom's side of the family still out there in Mexico. So she praises, you know.
It's beautiful, bro. You know, I'm gonna tell you something about Mexico. My dad passed away in 2016. I took care of him for a whole year. I stood out in Rosarito. That's where I go out. We have the apartments out there because of my pops. Yeah. So I go out there and I do just being there. You're relaxed. There's no stress. The food's cheap. Yeah. Everything's cheap. Everything's cool. But we don't think that way when we're young. As you get older, I'm up there. I'm getting up there. But as you get older, bro, you find peace out there.
Yeah,
it's crazy how you find peace.
Yeah, and I'm sure certain areas and if you're not tied in with nothing or you know not worried about nothing.
No. That's the thing. You know, people are like, oh man, they kill you. Don't do it. I go, yeah. If you go out there looking for weed, you're out there. Hey man, you got a couple of fucking.
You're wearing a Rolex out there,
right. Well, you know, and that's the crazy thing about because it's the word in Spanish. It's called envidia, envy. Yeah. They envy you.
Yeah.
So they see you, oh shit, look at this guy all Nike'd up. Shit,
you think he is?
Money. You know, I know he got money. Look at his shoes, they're still white. What the hell? Out there, you know, you go out there, they fucking turn brown right away. Yeah. But they look at you and it's sad. But hopefully, again, this president, she wants to change shit like that. She wants to make it where they won't come this way no more.
Yeah.
You're going to want to stay there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if they could do that and get to a point where they take the corrupted cops out, fuck, it's going to be a place to stay, man.
Who knows if that's gonna ever happen though?
Yeah.
Too much money circulating out there, bro.
Not a lot of money.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, there is.
Yeah, but like, hey, shit, it's
You still got your two parents still?
yeah,
Pops
yeah.
and dad?
That's still alive, man. Still, still ticking, man. You know, they're getting older. You know what I'm saying? We're all getting older.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? What about you?
Yeah, no, I got just my mom.
Yeah.
I've been taking care of my mom since birth, bro.
Oh shit.
She's never separated. When I got married, I brought her with me.
Yeah.
She didn't want to move to Mexico with my pops.
Yeah.
She's still with me. She's still with me.
Oh, nice.
She's 82 years old, man. To this day, you know.
That's some real Mexican shit right there,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, and I got to, you know, people like, put them in nursing
homes,
home.
yeah.
It was crazy. My mom, her voice, you know, usually when you get older, her voice sounds the same. It just
sharp,
doesn't
man.
change. She has I tell my mom, you know why you're living so long? Because you're stress free.
Yeah.
You know, you live with me. She never has to pay anything or do anything. She's just stress free, man. And my sister helps me with her too. She goes to Stockton. My sister lives in Stockton, so she goes out with my sister, comes back and forth. She'll take her for a week, brings her back.
Yeah.
First, she didn't want to do it because her room's in my house.
Yeah.
She goes, no, I don't want to go anywhere. I live here. I go, no, I know you live here. But I tell you, you got to spend time over there so you can see your grandkids out there.
Yeah.
And then my other brother lives in Modesto, so I go, you gotta come back and forth, But you yourself, you got siblings too, or
Yeah, and I just got a sister, bro. We got a small family, I just got my sister. She's the older sister. Done well for herself, very successful, man. She's in real estate. She's a shark. She's a player, man. You know what I mean? She knows how to handle her business. I think it's in the blood, man. We're hustlers. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And we were just talking about the other day because my mom was saying that to my girl. She's like, I don't know where y'all got her from because they're not like hustlers like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My pops was a steel worker. He was really heavily involved with the union. Like deeply a union guy. My grandfather was a union dude. Mom's was just she had part-time gigs, but she was just home cooking beans, chilling. You know what I'm saying? And they're simple. We didn't have no nice cars. We didn't have shit. We didn't have nice shoes. I got like one pair of Cortez or something. It's time to go to school. Just cook out. Even still to the day, like we're going to restaurants. I cook. We got beans. I don't want that shit. Let's go take you to a steakhouse. Let's go. Right. So very simple, man. And obviously because we didn't come from a lot of money, but it built character. I don't know if it made me and my sister hustlers because we wanted more. Like I wanted a nice car. I wanted the nice lowrider bike. You know what I'm saying? I was doing roofing jobs and working construction and concrete when I was a kid, hustling. I'd go mow lawns. I'd do whatever. Right. I wanted those twisted forks on my lowrider bike. I wanted those 144 spoke Daytons. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So yeah, hustling. Yeah. What does your mom say right now about what you guys done? She trips out. Yeah,
she trips out sometimes. So she didn't really. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't think she really noticed too much until recently, till she started going on YouTube. You know what I mean? She discovered YouTube, and she's like, "Man, I seen you." She went and seen me on one of these big podcasts, man, and she was just reading the comments. I'm like, "Why are you getting involved with that?" And then she's like, "Hey, damn, you really got fans. They really love you." Because I don't really, I don't put on that rap persona, especially around the family. Even like most people that know me, I'm like a normal dude. Like even here, I didn't pull up with 50 dudes and here with hella rap. Like most cats act like rappers. I'm the least rapping rapper probably you ever met, bro. You know.
Well, and that's what it is. It's not who you come with. It's what you're doing that pushes what your success, really.
Yeah.
And I tell a lot of people the same thing. I'm like, you don't see, I don't bring a lot of people around me neither.
Yeah.
I stay at home most of the time. I'm here once in a while. He calls me like 20,000 times. I kind of answer one or two of his calls. He gets like, bro, like, what the hell? Why don't you answer my calls? And then my wife goes like, aren't you going to do anything? I'm like, I don't know. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Like, get up and go. You used to leave everywhere. I go, yeah, but I pick up my daughter, take her to school.
So you kind of like retired a little bit, semi-retired, or how?
Well, no, I don't come. Well, I still do shows.
Well, obviously, yeah.
And I'm still trying to get the next magazine out. I did a shoot with a dude, what's his name, Humilde, out of L.A.
Okay.
He did his car. He had a Chalino car. So we did his with a girl. She's a influencer too, Jaylene.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he pushes me to the social media. This is his idea. To tell you the truth, man. I was just like.
That's it, adapt and change, man. You gotta step up with time. But that's good. Like you kind of like the boss, chilling behind, let the show run. You do chilling. Right. You know what I'm saying?
To me, a podcast is like I just wanted to chill, kick it, and just learn more about the persons, you know, especially the people around the industry that I do, the whole Streetlow thing. Because like I said, you know, I've always been blessed by you coming out, you know, and doing shows with us and stuff, and just showing up. Yeah, sure. He wants to do a question. Oh, he's gonna.
Whatever.
He's gonna
I
say.
have a question for you.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
How about the perform on the shows?
Yeah.
How is important for you? Because I see must be amazing feeling. You
That mic isn't on.
it's not working.
No.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So must be amazing
go.
feeling. You do the shows and the performance.
Yeah.
So how is it important for you? Because you are there and people are.
How does it feel when I do
screaming.
that?
Yeah. Do you still feel the adrenaline?
You know
or is
what,
it-
man? I wish I did feel that. Like, I don't know. Like, I think last time I pulled up here kind of late, I didn't even realize how late it was. I text you, was like, what time am I going on?
Right,
He said
right,
4.
right.
I'm like, fuck, that's like 20 minutes.
Right.
I mean, I get excited. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's dope. It's a good feeling. I think it's just, I've been doing it so long. It's just cool. Like, I just want to hopefully give them like their money's worth or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Coming
I
out to check it out.
hope they appreciate it more. It's more about how they feel, I think, more than I feel. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Yeah, it's cool. To me, it's just cool. It's dope. I don't like get nervous. I don't do nothing. It's just like, this is cool. Still get to do this, even if it's a big crowd, smaller crowd. Just dope. We get to do this. You know what I mean? But for this long,
And it's cool because you're approachable.
yeah.
A lot of you know, from the girls to the guys that come out to take pictures with you, you're approachable. You're cool with them. A lot of other rappers, like you know, like you said, it gets to
Hollywood.
their head, to
Yeah.
Hollywood, and I think that's what kills the vibe,
Yeah.
kills their vibe. And I think that's what helps you continue to elevate. You know,
Yeah.
Uh,
I
you
mean,
know,
it probably depends. If there's like super massive show, to some of these artists, they probably can't do that, man. They it's just probably too hectic for them. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
I've never reached that level of success where it's just like I need hella security around me and it's just overwhelming. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it just depends. Like if it got to that point where you're a big artist like that, you probably have to be smart to move that way.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right. I mean, where else have you performed out of state?
I've done the farthest I performed was in Australia recently last year. I got booked to go to Australia.
Nice.
Super player trip, man. They treat us like bosses, man. Picked us up in G-Wagons and Maybachs and
Oh shit!
and put us in the best hotels. And there was some players out there, man. Shout out to my partners out there in Australia, out there in Sydney. That's the furthest. But I've done, Salt Lake, Colorado, Texas, just all the little Washington, all these little West Coast, where the market is cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right on. They, when you gone out there, they've
Yeah.
They-
I usually get a pretty decent,
They received
been
you
cool,
good? Yeah.
And I always compare like I said, I don't put myself on a big pedestal like I'm this and that. I've always compared my business to like that one local taqueria. I don't know if you have your favorite restaurant you've been going to your whole life.
Right,
Do you guys have one of those that you grew up to, you just constantly go to or like that? It's been there. I love it. I'm never gonna change up on that restaurant. It's been good for all these years.
Yeah, we got one like that here. The Coronas,
Yeah.
pretty good. Coronas.
I compare my business to something like that's been standing for a long time. People still come. It's still good. We're still rocking and rolling. You know what I mean? We didn't go and become a big chain restaurant that blew up and this and that super. Selling out. Massive stadiums type of shit. But we've done well for ourselves. It's a blessing because it's able to help feed my family, open up other doors for other business ventures, and I took advantage of any opportunity. It's a free billboard platform that we do, and we attract listeners. And if we could, utilize that, business as a business person, utilize that to open more doors. It's a win-win. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think you got a lot of room to grow still.
Yeah,
I think
for
you
sure.
got a lot of room to grow.
Yeah, we all of us do until we're dead.
Right.
Until we
That's
can't
right.
get up. There's
That's
no
right.
reason. You know what I'm saying? Like how old are you, brother?
Shit.
You don't want to ask. You don't know what y'all black. 39. I said you
39,
39, bro. You know what I'm
39
saying?
years old. No, I'm 52, man.
See, yeah,
I'm 52
that's
years old,
young,
man.
bro. You know what's crazy is when I look at guys, even you, E40, and I think Gold Toes is 50 now. Like 50 to used to sound like an old fucking man back in the day.
Yeah, no,
Damn, bro, you're 50. Fuck.
50 years old,
They're
yeah.
dead already. Yeah,
That's
fuck.
right.
Now it's like I see 50-year-olds still running, rocking and rolling. I'm maybe because I'm 42 now, about to be 42. So,
Right.
So it's not that far from me, bro. But
I think it's the way we dress and the different style of music. Because back then it was classical. You had to dress in shoes. You had to dress a certain way. The food was different.
Yeah.
Where it was very harsh. And I think a lot of it has definitely changed because, my mom's 82 years old. And I look at her like, no, man, you don't look 82, but she's 82.
Good genes, huh?
Yeah, it's just like that. And it's like everybody says, the new 40 is a new 30, the new 50 is a new 40. Yeah. Kind of like it's.
I believe that though. It's more mental. I think it's on how you're older as you feel, but you could do certain things. You could stay in the mix. You know what I mean? Like if you want to tell whatever you tell yourself is true.
Right.
If you tell yourself I can't, it's true. If you tell yourself I can, it's true. Right. I mean, physically, like if you're like unable physically, it's different. But if you're still able to get up and walk around, I don't care if you're 65. You could still make shit happen, bro. You're still physically able to do something, stay in the game. And if you're telling yourself I'm too old to do this, then you're right. If you're telling myself I'm 65, but I can still do this shit, you're right too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, look at Too Short.
Exactly.
He's still rocking, still doing his thing, and he's up there too in age, man. You can tell him the little whiskers and tats.
It happens. I got to get my hair cut twice a week now because these
whiskers starting to come out.
They popping, man.
Oh yeah,
they shine too. They shine. They're like some spokes on the house.
Right, like a silverback gorilla.
Hey, them chrome spokes are shining over here, man.
That's how I feel like. Yeah, but yeah, no, that's what's up, man.
Well, yeah, it happens, bro. But it's a blessing if we can make it to this age. And like I said too, really quick, man, I wanna even commend you on what you're doing, man. Being a big part of our culture, bro. This is a big stamp of our history, of our culture here in Northern California, man. And you're a big part of you're a huge part of it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Of just creating the culture, bro, keeping it alive, illustrating it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I said, I remember just being young. Look at the magazines. I had some of these. That's why I'm looking around. It brought back memories. I had some of these centerfolds in my room to take to the wall. You know what I'm saying?
Right on.
And it's dope to.
And it's funny you say that because I'll sit at the booth when or I walk around. Like a guy will come up and go, "Oh man, I grew up on Streetlow. So I was a little kid. I'm like, fuck, how old are you? I'm like 28. I'm like 28.
Doing the
shit. We've been around 20. We're 27 years. I've been doing the magazine for 27 years.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
So this guy's 20-some years old. Like, yeah, I was a little kid. I'm like, how old were you? Like 8. I'm like 8. And they grew up on Streetlow. Yeah. They didn't grow up on Lowrider Magazine. Because, a lot of people are like, oh, yeah, Lowrider Magazine. No, but, cause they started here. They started in California. They started in San Jose. Yeah. And then and one of the guys they were from Fremont.
Was that right?
But the actual founder, creator was from San Jose. But he was born in, I think I want to say Arizona.
Was that like your op? Was that your competition? Like, or were you guys cool?
Well, no. So the founder, the creator of Lowrider Magazine was a good friend of mine.
Gotcha.
Real good friend of mine. Yeah. I call him the Sunny Madrid eras. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people didn't know him. And I was like, man, they need to know who you are. He was my mentor, really. Yeah. He even wrote for me in some of my magazines. And so he used to come around a lot. And I said to him, like, man, only if the magazine looked like this. Because the magazine sold in 1998, the magazine got sold. And I started in 1998. It was weird.
Yeah.
Because in 1997, it was like dying out, kind of like nobody was doing nothing. Lowrider would never come out here. Like, fuck, they only come out once a year. And I'm like, they're forgetting about us. They're all in Southern California. Yeah. Southern California had all the like, it's Hollywood. They got all the pleasure and everything, So I figured, now we got to build something here. Yeah. But in order to build something here, I want to make sure that we covered Southern California too. Yeah. Because I want to make sure that we're getting equal looks at the underground. Because that's really what we're like an underground magazine. Yeah. And that's how we started. We started from there, and then but he was my mentor. The Lowrider that became, it was a sellout. It was a corporation that had it now, and they've had it for a long time. And then they went out. So the magazine has never had the original players. We're the oldest magazine with the original players. Yeah. Malo, he's been with me since day one. Yeah. Deleku's been with me since day one. Myself. So, all these guys, we've been together. I said, we've stood together for 27 years, and we're still publishing. We're still putting out issues. We're still doing a lot of things with the magazine, car shows. I said, nobody else has done that. Now, they're using the Lowrider logo. They're using it now, which I was telling some of the guys. A lot of people don't understand or haven't heard, but the Lowrider logo isn't Lowrider Magazine no more. They're gone.
You're talking about the brocha dude with the hat?
Yeah, that's gone. Yeah. That's gone. Yeah. That guy, there's a guy that leased it. So he licensed the name and he licensed the brocha. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. So they licensed it. So it's not even them anymore. Yeah. So people oh my God, Lowrider Magazine. But the magazine
People don't know that though, so they don't care. As long as they
care.
see the image, they don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
And to me, it's like they're giving our money to a corporation. They're giving them to somebody that's they're not lowriders. And to me, it's like I tell a lot of people, I go, you guys got to go out there and support your local lowriders, whether it's a car club doing an event, whether it's another Chicano doing something, or not even Chicano, it could be anybody that's into the culture of lowriding, whether it's a white guy or a Chinese guy. But they got to be really into the culture in order for us to actually support them.
Yeah.
But when they're supporting a corporation, that's when I get like,
Yeah.
I try to tell people, like, hey, man, don't, that lowrider logo, there's no culture behind it.
Yeah.
You know, the culture is you guys. You guys are the culture.
They're just how you say it, not monopolizing. They're just utilizing.
Yep, the sheep. Like I said, we're the sheep and they're the wolves, and they're just putting the sheep.
That's like the old record labels, and when back in the day, people would see through that. They were just, the old we call them Chads now in the cannabis industry. You know, Brad and Chads. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They didn't know nothing about the culture. They just come in, they're investors, and they just see the money, and then they try to utilize the culture. A lot of people fall for it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's dope. Congratulations, man. You guys been around a long time.
27 years, yeah.
Yeah, man.
27 years.
A lot of history. I think I did. I've been going to the shows for a long time, but I think I said that on stage. I think Salinas was the first time I jumped on stage with Tito B had a set. Rest in peace, Tito B. Yeah. I think he had a set, and I hopped on stage with him, I believe. I forgot. It was something like that, man. But, yeah, that was the first time we did a car show. And, yeah, it's been cool. It's been cool. We popped. Maybe 2010 or 2005.
Right, 2000. Long time. We've been doing them a long time.
I'm horrible with time frames, bro. But I did see a throwback video. I definitely was wearing like tall tees, so the tees were down to the fucking knees and shit.
So the legs look small, right?
Yeah.
Somebody drew a picture of a guy. He's turned back, and I guess they drew on his shirt. They made his back.
Oh, I think
long.
I was talking about yeah.
His little legs. Oh my God! Oh, the style even in Los Angeles. I remember. I don't know if they're still doing it, but some of the guys, man, they're wearing the pants where you can't even see the shoes.
Yeah,
that big. I mean, just folded. But everybody has their style. Everybody has.
Well, that style's back again now, though. The baggy.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah,
I see some kids doing it. Some Asian kids.
They're all wearing that. I got teenage kids, man. That's the style. They all look alike, man.
Right.
They all have the same little style. They like their clothes baggy, and it looks their style looks funny to me, bro. Because I'm obviously that's how I know I'm getting older. But I'm sure I used to wear some big ass Ben Davis, bro. I used to wear 40 fucking 6s, 48s, and I would bend them.
But the way they're wearing them, just beat up.
Yeah, they're like open at the bottom. It
was funny because Tuleku's daughter, we were at the flea market and they have vintage.
Yeah, and
she went and bought some pants and they folded them, put them next to our booth, and I'm looking at them like whose are these, bro? And I fucking said, Dad, they're my daughters. I'm like. Daughter's like skinny. I'm like, what? She's gonna fit in. She goes, dude, that's how they're wearing them. And after that's when right now you're telling me that's true, man. I see them everywhere. Little Chinese girls, skinny, just fucking.
Styles change, man.
Yeah, but I think it comes back in a different way. It's been coming
every
back.
20 years.
It comes back.
Say style changes it comes back every 20 years with a twist, obviously. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So do you see? What do you see the future with like low riding and stuff like that, man? It's gonna turn into a Big Tone interview.
Yeah, right. No, the whole thing with low riding, bro. I think the way we used to low ride, bro, is we used to work on cars, fix them up, and then just take them out cruising.
Yeah.
Now I think what they're doing is that a lot of people are scheduling things.
Yeah.
Oh, we're putting out a flyer. We're gonna cruise today.
Yeah.
Put another flyer. We're gonna cruise this day.
Yeah.
Like there's like they're scheduling them, which is kind of cool. But I think it's not. It ain't low riding, man. Yeah. Low riding to me is the guys working on their car, social media or not, because in reality we didn't grow up with social media. We weren't. I mean, we have pictures, old pictures, of course, of us working on cars and doing our thing. But I think now it's like everybody wants to be like, look, I'm working on my car, and then they'll turn it off, and then all right, guys, get on it. Finish it for me and shit. And then boom, here I'm driving, and hey, look, I finished it. Like, nah, man. Yeah. So it's social media is just so crazy. But to me, I mean, that's the future of lowriding. I mean, we're gonna continue to cruise, man. Lowride, it just got really expensive.
Yeah.
During the pandemic, that shit just blew up, man.
Crazy,
the cars, and they got popular because it's like everything. It gets expensive, it gets popular. Yeah. Everything that gets expensive gets popular.
Yeah.
And everybody then wants it.
Yeah.
And it turns people just straight, millionaires and stuff, or rich. Everybody had a bucket. Everybody that had buckets during the pandemic, shit, it was the time to have a bucket because you paid $500 for it. Now it's worth $15,000.
Crazy.
But
schools definitely went up during that time.
Yeah, but it should be, hopefully it continues to it's going to continue to grow for sure because it has, and there's more people out there doing things.
That's why I'm asking, like, the new generation, if they're going to be into it, like, we were, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know how the styles change, just hoping, the generation keeps it alive, you know what I'm saying? Cause,
well, I think it's even more like a costume. People wear their shit like you could. One day I'm gonna be dressed this way. The next day I'm gonna.
I see that. Bro.
So it's
like a little gimmick. Sometimes they'll get together and they'll wear their costumes and they'll dress up which is cool. Like to celebrate the culture. I'm not mad at that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like people are mocking it too. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
I see that.
Because like I said, I come from I'm not that old, but I come from a style where it was kind of mixed in my area, where like the older homies were super cholo, oldies. I grew up around oldies and all that stuff, you know what I mean? And then, we had our young homies that were swagged out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But that's how homies used to really dress back in the day, you know what I'm saying? And now it's like these kids are wearing it as a costume.
And it was like, if you're about it, you're about it too, because you gotta walk into the wrong.
Dress like that, you were kind of making a statement of you're somebody in this lifestyle too.
Right,
I'm not saying a gangbanger, but I'm
pretty much
a
badass.
Pretty
much a gangbanger. You're walking it because I remember watching some old videos, and I'm talking about this is like I want to say in the '80s, where there were cassette tapes. He used to put them on, and these dudes are like, "Yeah, what's up, man? If you're gonna dress like this, you better be about it because you walking in our hood. You better be about it because we're gonna test you." And it wasn't, you couldn't dress like that. Yeah. Brother, you're gonna dress like that, you better be about it.
Well, if you're out here in the streets and you're banging back then and you see somebody else in some Cortez and some Dickies or something like that, that was kind of okay. He's most likely in the lifestyle.
Right.
Where you from? It's gonna lead to that shit. Hey, where you from? Right. If you got some dude wearing some regular jeans and a regular hat, you're gonna disregard him.
But they still be doing that, man. I don't know if you heard what happened right here in
Santana Row.
Yeah, man. Yeah, poor kid, man. I mean, these guys, because he's wearing red, they jump. I mean, that shit's like some, I don't know, it's just some
he was
nonsense,
like a 14, 15-year-old kid too. Because I got a 14-year-old man, so it's a trip, bro. It's no one's exempt, bro. You know what I mean? No matter what time and generation you're in, there's still people out there on that shit. So you got to kind of be vigilant. And I tell my kids that, like, don't get too comfortable. Sometimes I sound like a paranoid person, but I'm one of those dudes that move very strategic, man. Like, my head's on the swivel. I'm always making sure we're protected somehow. You know what I'm saying? And I don't live in fear. I don't live in paranoia, but I'm very cautious. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen too much, bro. You know what I mean? And seen too much to not be. And there's, like I said, I'm trying to survive out here. Unfortunately, we are surviving. Like I said, I'm trying to get to a point where I'm just living. I love to have my feet kicked back and my 20 acres, on the by the beach. You know what I'm saying? And the boat out there. I'd love to be in that position, but I'm still out here grinding, and I still got to move in these surrounding areas, and especially in the culture I'm in with the music and stuff like that, bro, brings a whole different market and demographic type of people I got to maneuver around. So you just got to move smart. And these kids, same thing. They're not fully developed, their brains, bro, so they don't understand how things can turn left really fast. You know what I'm saying? Right.
You end up 30 years in prison. 30 years of your life is gone.
I don't know if any of them ever, and you don't want to put that fear factor, but you have to see. I don't know if anybody's ever seen somebody get killed or smoked in front of them. That shit happens in the blink of a fucking eye. You could be talking right now, you're like, pow, what the fuck was that? And dude laid out. You don't even see it coming. Right. You don't know how fast shit happens. That's why you peep your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Right. And especially these people out here running around, like it happens fast, and it's sometimes that'll wake your game up. Yeah. Like, all right,
that's why it's better to
not go down that route.
No, not go down. And if you're about it, man, if you really want to gang bang, you really want to have a gun in your hand, join the army, bro. Shit, or if you really want to be in a fucking real successful gang, be a cop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
I mean,
a gang. You ain't lying.
that's a gang. That's a gang. I'm
You
serious.
gang banging for real.
You know, and if you guys want to be successful, I mean, get into the business of anything but killing anybody, man. Because in reality, man, we're killing ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, and
It's people just hate people, bro.
Right.
And people hate people that are
successful.
like them. They're like, no, but like them, but different.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like we come from the same, and I get, bro, trust me, I get hated on a lot, bro. People are like, oh, you got a lot. No, I get hated on a lot, bro. And I know there's evil out there lurking. I'm not stupid to it. You know what I'm saying?
You probably got that girl. Oh my God, look at him, and the boyfriend like,
Oh, bro,
I'm better than him.
plenty of times, bro.
Right.
You know how many times the
It
homies
happens.
would tell me, but like, hey, you know, people are coming up to you. There's some dudes over there looking at you crazy.
Right.
Like, well, look at them. I see them, but I don't pay attention to them because I could feed into that energy and look at them and be like, what the fuck you looking at?
Right,
and of
right,
course,
right,
we know where that's gonna go.
Right,
Well, I just,
yeah.
you know what? Cool. I'm over here doing my thing. You do your thing over there. You know what I'm saying?
I hope they're enjoying what they're looking at.
Shit,
Right?
I ain't mad at it, you know what I mean? So I try to redirect the energy, bro. You know what I mean? And that's why I try to give game to people. Redirect the energy, man. You don't gotta feed into everything. You know what
That's
I'm
why I
saying?
tell a lot of the homies, like, when you go out to a show or something, don't be looking at guys, bro. Come on, man. Look
Walk
at
'em
girls. Yeah, there's so many women out there. Like, bro, like, why would you sit there and look at a guy?
I've
Who
had
cares?
I've had homies try to jam me up at car shows. Hey, bro, what's up? Hey, for real right now, brother? Get the fuck out of here, man. Come on, brother. Have a good time, bro. There's a bunch of, look at some nice guys over there. Go look over there, bro. Look at that 59, bro. Look at that 58 drop over there. Go take a look at that, bro. You're worried about with your shirt off, mugging everybody walking by.
Yeah.
But then again, you know, those are,
People that try to prove themselves, which is, it's sad. And unfortunately, we have a lot of those in this world, you know, and not only brown people. I mean, you got white people. You got,
of course.
everybody has that person that will hate on the other person. Just fortunately that we have more obstacles in our culture.
We have I think me and my boy were talking about this. It's in our DNA. It goes like a lot of our, I don't know if your family was like that, but a lot of people like the cheese man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's, you know, it's funny that you say that because my wife tells me, oh, your family's chismosos. But you know what? I'm going to tell you, bro. I think everybody's family's chismoso. I think everybody has that in like you say, in their DNA, but of their own family, because it'd be like, oh, you know, your aunt talks about your other aunt, and your other, you know, your aunt talks about your other aunt too. It's just,
and you're talking about the ants right now.
Right.
See? So and I think it's in our DNA, but people, obviously it transpires when you're in the street shit. Like, what the fuck are these fools doing? Who the fuck are they? Who do they think they are? And it transpires the same way. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Just more on a violent tip. You know what I mean? Because like I said, we could be chilling. I remember chilling at an events when I was young and hot-headed, coming out here. We got into a lot of shit out here. You know what I mean? Just coming out here and some dudes walk in and they're, you know, chest pumped out and, you know, walking in like they the big dogs, and all of a sudden we're going to pump our chest like, what's up? We're going to either nod and say what's up, or we're going to be like, who the fuck these dudes think they are?
Right,
and that macho man, adrenaline, whatever you call it, that's
It's
over something that's stupid, over energy. Right. Someone walking in acting tough and we think we're tougher, and it's battle of the tough guys.
And that can change the rest of your life.
Exactly. Like, what the fuck, what's up?
Like you said, that moment, boom. You know, and I've seen it happen to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And you look at the kids, you're like, these kids just ruin the rest of their lives. That's it.
That's why, like I said, I don't know if you see when I'm at the car, I'm smiling, I'm shaking hands. What's up, bro? How you doing? I'm cool. I ain't got nothing, man. You want to come up, say what's up? You want to be mad? I'll look at you. I won't even trip on you. I'll keep it pushing, bro. Brush you off. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's the trip? My cousin Art, I interviewed my cousin Art. He was one of my inspirations on working on old cars. And it's funny because that's how my cousin's all tatted up. He's all, you know, and he looks mean. He's a big dude too. But it's funny is that when he looks at guys, he goes, hey man, smile, bro. They be mad dog, and smile. We're good. We're all good. Yeah. And they start smiling. He goes, you know, because you're always trying to, when they're looking at him, he goes, you just bring the smile at him, bro. He goes, you can sit there and battle him, but you know, and if he doesn't smile, then okay, what's up, bro? Then walk away. But to sit there and feed into it, like you said, it could change your life in seconds. You know,
like, what's up? You got a problem?
Right.
I got a problem. You motherfucker.
Right. That's where it starts, man. But
yeah, that's cool, man. Like I said, bro, we all trying to promote positivity now, man, and everything. Like I said, even what you do with this, like I said, I acknowledge it. And even I will say this, kind of going back, I understood this back in the day, because there was times I think I've talked to you a couple of times, and there was times you were probably weary of us. I'm sure you were, because we brought that lifestyle, and I never hated on that. I remember speaking to someone like this. I'm like, look, because I'm a business person. I said, bro, look at the car show. This dude's got to hire police officers. He's got to have families here. He's got a reputation to build. And I remember talking about this. And this is a big event to throw a show. This isn't just a bunch of guys getting together. This is organized. You got to have staff. You got to have organization. You're renting out fairgrounds. You're getting insurances. You're doing all this. And then you're going to worry about some knuckleheads coming in here just, hey, you fuck that dude. I'm not going to be that dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be that dude because I understand, like, okay, now I have to level up a little bit more and bring more value to anything I do where we actually kind of like where we're at now. Let's work. Let's do something. You know what I mean?
Well, there was some shit talking about us back in the MySpace time.
Yeah.
Some dudes out of
MySpace.
I think it was I want to say out of Stockton or Modesto. I forgot what. There was a crew out there. Yeah. That right away said, oh, fuck Streetlow in Raza, Streetlow this,
they don't
Streetlow
support
that.
the homies and shit.
Yeah, they don't support the homies. So they did the whole thing, and I was like, I don't care. We go, what are you gonna do? I'm like, I ain't doing nothing.
Well, no, they didn't support you. Now, don't label the homies. They didn't fuck with you.
Right.
So I never wanted to be one of those dudes. And like I said, bro, I respect it. You got to run a business, but you gave a lot of homies a platform too. You put homies on there. You have to be more selective. You can't just be an open book like to everybody. You got to have some structure and some strategy. You're trying to throw a successful show. You want people that are going to entertain people. You know what I mean? I don't care if you're this dude from this fucking. Same with me. I do this with music, bro. Like, you know how many homies that want to rap that think that just because they're a homie or they're from this from some certain set that they're just automatically what's that word called when you're I can't think, I'm getting tired. When you actually deserve something, was entitled. Entitled. When you're entitled because of that, like, nah, bro. My main thing is I'm not gonna. My main. I'd rather be an asshole and piss you off and these dudes than disappoint like the fans that actually buy my music or the fans that actually are looking forward to one of my songs. Because if I say, all right, bro, you're a solid one, yeah, you've been around, but you ain't the best, but I'm gonna still put you on, and that's the first time someone hears one of my songs and that shit's garbage because I'm making him happy. I just disappointed a future customer, fan, or someone that really supports my business, that feeds my family, to make this dude happy because he just wants to be put on. You know what I'm saying?
Like, oh man, Tone puts out. What the hell? What is he doing?
The listeners don't know about that. They don't care who fucking this dude is, that he's been to fucking Pelican Bay for this amount of times and he's killed fucking this many people or made sold that much. They don't give a fuck. But your rap suck. Don't want to hear that music. You talk about some that on someone else, they might fuck with you. But in this business, it's different. You know what I'm saying?
Well, in the beginning, when we first started the magazine. When we first started doing shows, we were bringing all the homies in. We're bringing everybody in. And a lot of the car clubs are getting tired. Yeah. They're like, oh, man, this again? Yeah. Come on, man. We can't even bring our kids around this. Who knows when it's going to pop off? Yeah. This is insane. And then the cops started getting deep on me, especially in Salinas. Yeah. Shit, I was paying just on cops $15, $16K. Yeah. And even when I used to go pay them, the clerk taking the money, like, oh my God, you're paying just for cops? Yeah. I'm like, yeah.
Just to be able to throw the show. You probably had to, though.
Yeah, and I was the only one doing it. Yeah, that much. They even had a rodeo. So they don't even pay this much money.
Crazy.
But to me, it was like, I wasn't even making that much money. I was like, my point was to prove.
You could throw something successful.
Yeah, to prove to the counties, to the cities, to the police departments in California, because California was tough, especially Northern California. I think I've made it really easy for people now to be able to throw events. Yeah. Because now they're doing events. Oh, we're with lowriders. Oh, sure, you're welcome. Yeah. But we took the heat. We paid the wave to do it because it cost me a lot of money. I didn't make a lot of money back in the day. I used to pace back and forth to my house. Like, well, how am I going to pay for this? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And the man above, man, always blessed me with something because I'd get checks. I'm like, oh, shit, our magazine's killing it.
That's crazy how it works, huh?
Yeah, our magazine was just going hard, man.
The same way. It's crazy.
Yeah, and then I'm going, okay, cool, we got this fat check. Let's go back into the industry. Yeah. And it was only till 2016 where when my dad passed away, my dad told me, he goes, you know, son, you got to enjoy yourself. Yeah. Enjoy yourself, enjoy your family. Do what you can for your family because it's all you have. Yeah. He goes, look at me, I'm over here by myself. Yeah. I don't have nobody. You know, and that to me it was like it was heartbreaking for me when he passed away. I was with him for a whole year, man. I got to learn my father. I got to know my father that I didn't know when I was growing up because he was always working. He was the old, you know, the male Mexicano cat. You know, he wasn't really going to our football games or watch us go play basketball.
Always busy working. Huh?
Always busy working, or he's doing his own thing. He's doing his own thing, drinking, listening to Vicente Fernandez. And it wasn't until I got older that I started listening to Vicente Fernandez more. And the more I listened to it, I was like, man, my dad was really heartbroken. What the fuck? This music is fucking. One of you's drinking,
crying while he's singing.
Right,
Chente
dude.
be
It was
going
like,
in.
oh, dude.
There's something about that Chente though. It gives you chills anytime you hear that shit, no matter how much.
Right. So my dad loved him. Yeah. My dad took us when we were little kids to go see him in a concert. Nice. And I sat there going, what the hell? I go, but as I got older, I'm like, I understood what he was going through and what I was going to go through. And so that's why I kind of like laid off a little bit, because people don't understand, and I want them to understand that I did this is my life. Yeah, lowriding is my life. This is what I did. I put my family on my back as well as I did with lowriding, but the money was being split. Mm-hmm. This is for the family. This is for the lowriding. Mm-hmm. And if I didn't have enough here, I would pull from my family to make sure whatever we were doing for lowriding mm-hmm. was happening. We lost a lot of money. I mean, I made money. I lost money. I think I did like 7 shows a year. I would lose in 4 shows. I would lose money, mm-hmm. and I'm talking about not a lot of money, but I lose. I'm not breaking even. I'm losing a little bit, but the other 3 I'd make enough to support those 4, and I was doing it just for the people. Yeah, you know. And sometimes you just got to do it for what you love to do. And a lot of people that I've known till now, if they lose, that's it. I'm not doing it. Yeah, they don't have the love for it. They're just doing it because they're trying to make a little extra cash, and I understand that. But I did it because I love it. And I continue to do it because I love it. And that's why now we're doing this podcast because, and I love it. It's kind of cool, man.
Get to open up doors, get people to see inside of what you've done in history. And that's why I said, as soon as you mentioned it, I said, fuck yeah, let's do it, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like I said, not to put myself on that, on that, pedestal, but I'm a businessman too, man. I pick and choose what I do and who I work with, you know what I mean? I don't like to just I don't know. I just oversaturate myself. I don't even do too many shows, bro. Like I barely, like, even like last year, I was like, I don't want to do, like, I don't need show money like that. You know what I'm saying? I just like to do it, the love, and obviously it's a business. You know what I mean? Like we all got bills to pay, but it's like a love. It's cool. It's dope to come out, shake hands, still see people. You know what I mean? And be part of it. So it's like you said, bro. I'm trying to. What you just said, it hits me hard because I'm trying to live that like that now, because that hits me. I have almost like an epiphany one time, bro, and it might have been from a movie I stemmed from watching. Like, I was an old dude. There's no more feeling of I got to do this. It's like I've done whatever I've done is what I've done now. Right now, you got to just kind of die with whatever you did, and that's it. Whether you're proud of it or not, you know what I'm saying. And you're gonna look back. I should have did this. I should have did that. If I had a second chance, I should have spent more time with my kids. I should have, went harder on my business to have more freedom. I should have. That's all you could think about when you're older, and there's nothing else to do but pass away. So then I was like, fuck, if I just could be young again. Then I wake up, I'm at this age. I got my second chance again. Right. So because this was a while ago, I was working a job, bro. I was a steel worker. I followed my dad's footsteps, bro, working at the steel mill. Right. And I was, blessed to have that job because it saved me a lot of shit. And then I started, I was rapping, I was doing different things. I was, back then I was growing weed in the garage, I was doing a bunch of different shit, you know what I mean? And but I just said, I don't want to end up just being one of these workers. You're product of the 5 people you're around all the time, and I'm around these dudes, and they're all kind of miserable. They're working, they're paycheck to paycheck. They're, they're just not happy. They hate their wives. They don't, they just not happy people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Complaining about their fucking work. Right. And I'm just, I can't be one of these dudes, man. I'm meant for something else. But I had that, like I said, and this is my second chance. I'm feeling, obviously, because things happen, I could have been a different route. And I'm like, I'm going to go in. I'm going to just go in on my business. I'm going to quit this fucking job. You know what I mean? It was a union job. I had family, I had a house, I had everything. And I'm like, I'm going to go all in on everything I do. And that's part of it, is enjoy the family. I was never able to pick up my daughter from school because I was working. You know what I'm saying? I was working late nights, early mornings. Now it's a blessing just taking my kids to school. You know what I'm saying? Having the freedom to do that. Having the freedom, if I want to pick up and come do this today, I can. If I want to go, we're going to I'm taking my kids to my house in Vegas on Monday for the week, you know what I mean? Just to go fuck off, you know what I mean? Kick it there.
You got to enjoy yourself, man. It's funny that one day I was looking at a house. I wanted to buy another house. And the guy calls me up, he goes, hey, what are you doing? Are you at work? I'm like, no, I'm walking my dog. You're walking your dog? Oh, yeah, I'm walking my dog. It's
1 p.m.
Yeah, no, it's like 10 a.m. He goes, 10 a.m., you're walking your dog? I go, yeah. He goes, wow. There's only 2 people that really do that. It's retired people or people that got money. Yeah. I said, well, I got neither, bro. I just walking my dog, man. It was funny as shit. But But no, I just been, like I said, a knock on wood. I've been blessed by by the man above, and I think being able to spend more time with my kids, taking my daughter, especially she's my only daughter I got, taking her to school and back, and she's the one that's more into what I do.
Yeah.
She tells me, when I graduate, I'm gonna start kind of helping you doing this, doing that. My sons, they're more into, I don't know what they want to do. They're into a lot of things, but they like to party. They're in that party mode.
How
still,
old are they?
25 and 23.
Oh yeah, shit. They gotta get out their system, man.
Yeah. At 25, I started the magazine.
Yeah.
At 25, that's when I stopped. I said, I got to start building this thing.
Yeah.
It's been 27 years. I've not worked for anybody but myself.
Congratulations, man.
And I own properties here in San Jose downtown.
Oh, you balling there.
Yeah, so
this place went up like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah. No, I was able to. Luckily, I was able to buy when it was cheap, man.
Fuck yeah.
Well, it wasn't that cheap, but they're still not in the millions.
It wasn't
yet.
Silicon Valley
Not
yet.
yet. But I saw it when I was in downtown San Jose. I seen the vision. I was like, if I don't buy here, I'm not gonna be able to ever buy anything.
Yeah.
I bought a house in Mexico when I was 19,
Yeah.
which is the house I still have. It's a 2-bedroom house. But I said to myself, if I don't have anything, it's just Rosarito, so I can just live in Rosarito. I have a friend right now living in Rosarito.
Yeah.
He loves it.
Yeah.
And he lived in Antioch.
Is that right?
Yeah, he fucking moved out. He goes, bro, I fucking love it over here.
Oh,
fuck.
compared to Antioch. Antioch's fucked up right now.
he goes, I don't want to move back. Fuck this. He goes, I love it here. So, but and like I said, I've been blessed, and that was my main thing. I surrounded myself with successful people and people that had stuff. And one Indian guy, which is the one that kind of triggered me one time. He saw, I was selling an ad to him for rims, and he was out of Brentwood, California. So I went over there. He had a gas station. He was selling rims.
Was it called One Stop or some shit?
Yeah. What's that?
I bought some tires, rims. Not rims, but I bought tires off them for sure.
Right. So because I put he started running ads in, and he's telling me, he goes, hey man, he goes, you own a home? I said, no man, I rent. He goes, why don't you own a home? I go, I fuck can't afford it. He goes, where were you born? I go, here in the United States.
Yeah.
He's like, shit, you don't own a home?
Yeah.
He goes, you know what I'm telling you? He goes, I came to this country. Where I come from, he goes, there's no windows, no doors. He goes, it's just your house. You're in the middle of the desert. We're in little your neighborhood. There's no 7-Elevens. There's no stores. I can't go down the street and get a burger or a Coke. He goes, when I came here and they told me I could borrow money from the bank, shit.
Yeah.
I went and bought a fucking gas station.
Yeah.
Which is that gas. And then he bought another gas station.
Yeah.
He goes, now I own my own house. He goes, I paid it off. Big house. I own a big house.
Don't let him fool you, though. He probably had family ties with the gas stations.
Right, that's what I told him.
Motherfuckers,
No, but he says he did it. He says he did it. He said he borrowed money from the bank, and he went and he bought it. He put the money on the gas station.
Gotcha.
And then he started working. He goes, I lived in the gas station for a bit. He goes, but you guys, he goes, what? He goes, you guys are lazy. And Americans are lazy.
I was going to say, he called Mexicans lazy?
No, he said Americans. No, not Mexicans. I know. He goes, no, not me, man. No, but he said Americans are lazy. He goes, all foreigners come from other countries. He goes, they own.
They do.
Everything. They own
crazy.
houses. They own, even the
Asians out here, bro, they own, the Asians and Indians, bro, own so much of the property and everything going out here, bro.
Because they know the future. They see it. So when he had told me that, I was like, wow, you're right. I need to get into something.
Yeah.
And then not only him, what got me into more. So I wanted to buy a house like in Stockton or Modesto because they were cheaper. Yeah. And then Hammer Lewis, oh my God, Irving from Hammer Lewis, when they were sitting there, and I told him, oh man, I want to buy a house. I want to buy a house in Modesto. He goes, why? Yeah. He goes, don't you own a business? I go, yeah, here. He goes, you're gonna get successful in it. He goes, buy a house here. He goes, when I know that you own a house here in Silicon Valley, you can own one house. You can own 5 houses out there. He goes, you're not successful. Yeah. Out there, success is here. Yeah. And that's what kind of triggered me. Yeah. So down the street, he owns one. He owns a house on 7th Street. I ended up buying a house on 7th Street. And there's 2 houses on it. Nice. And then down the street where I lived, I used to rent the house where I met my wife on. Yeah. I ended up buying that house. Oh, hell yeah. And that's when we first kissed. We first, so she knows what's up. Man. So it's got some history on that street. Yeah. So it's a hall with a 3-story house on top. Okay. So it's 10 cars in the garage. It's 10 cars everywhere. So it's actually it's a 3-story house. Yeah. It's 8 bedrooms, and it's just
it's a legendary house.
Oh, it's huge, man. And it's a trip because we were just talking about that yesterday about looking at buying another house somewhere.
You know the unfortunate thing I think that's happened from then and now, which most people are gonna you're from a different time where it was still hard to do it, but it was a lot more easier and investable than it is now. Because like you said, if someone wants to go buy a home in San Jose, a regular 3-bedroom, 2-bath house could be $1.6 million. You know what I'm saying? Right. Most kids or people coming up can't afford that unless they're in tech and stuff like that. So those ain't, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but those are not like smart investments for somebody that's a working person. You know what I mean? Because how could someone afford a $1.6 million home working a job?
Well,
they'd have to be entrepreneurs, businesses, and they'd have to invest into their craft first for that to make money to afford that type of home.
Right. Well, what I've learned and myself, if the bank's going to give you $1.6 million, take it.
Yeah,
buy it.
But okay, let's use this for example. Say a guy's I don't know, just a normal job. What's a normal job pay out here? 100.
Oh yeah,
100,000.
No, normal person. Well, I mean, so that's what I'm saying. Like, if you have a job,
I want to say normal job because that's a lot of money. I'm just saying like a regular job that someone goes to work, like a
30,000
construction guy, 30,000,
60, yeah, like regular 60 grand.
60 grand.
Yeah. Because you imagine these guys are making, okay, let's say they make $4,000 a month.
Yeah.
Because that's a normal job. Well, not even a normal, because a normal job makes about $2,500 to $3,000 a month.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah.
You imagine $4,000 a month.
Let's clarify normal job. I'm thinking somebody with a decent, like works at a factory or something. I don't know, like I'm not saying like an engineer or a guy that does labor, because obviously we know that if someone does labor jobs on the construction ain't gonna make shit. Someone that has a decent career. Let's try to think of something
like a 60,000. It'll be about 60,000 because they always say you need 2 people to pay a mortgage.
Yeah,
that's 120.
So 120,000.
So you need 2 people.
Yeah,
but like I've always said to myself, like I even tell friends, like, you should get a house. Like, oh man, it's 1.2, 1.3 million. If the bank's gonna lend it to you, get it. Yeah, and then you rent out the rooms.
Yeah,
or put trailers. You start. Yeah. That's how a lot of these Asians can.
That's the way to do it. That's the hard part, but that's I'm telling you, it's hard for these kids to do it these days, bro. Because I got partners that own massive amount of real estate and they got in a good time. They still do because their businesses are making money, but it's hard for the normal citizen to do that. You know what I'm saying? A normal person these days.
But what you're saying, I used to say that when I first bought my house.
Yeah,
because they used to sell the houses back then for $27,000-$40,000.
Yeah, it was a lot of money,
and that was
And real quick, I'm not trying to say that to like divert anybody from. I'm just saying. I'm
over here trying to no, you could. You can't. You're like, no, you can't.
I know you can't because I'm just thinking entrepreneur mindset, right?
Right.
Like, say if I'm just a guy working, that makes $60,000 a year, and I got a family and all this, and I go get this house, and interest rates are a crazy amount right now, anyways, and I'm paying fucking $5,000 a month in the mortgage. You know what I'm saying? And I'm barely making that. We're making 4 and 4. We're making 8. At least $3,000 a month to live off of. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be chasing my tail for a long time. There's no advancement. There's no taking risks. There's nothing else no more. I got to pay my mortgage.
Right.
Now, if I'm making $8,000 a month in house, and I'm living somewhere cheap, renting a room or something, and I stack up some money, and I want to hustle and put this money into some business and really have a passion. It's not a gamble. You're not gonna throw money at the wall and the sticks. No. I really want to do something myself. I want to be successful. I'm gonna go all into my business. This business hopefully one day will, if I keep my mindset. I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna take my losses, but I'm gonna make this business make me a lot of money. And you know what? Now that money, I can go buy that motherfucker cash, or I'll have enough to put half down, 20% down, and get a lower mortgage. You know what I'm saying? Then I see that working out. But I see so many people that are struggling because the times have changed. You know what I mean? So many people are struggling to pay their mortgages and they're stressed out. And you're stuck in the rat race. You can't miss work. You can't take vacations. You're working all day. You're coming home beat up. You know what I'm saying? After a long day of work. You hate your wife. You kick your dog. You know what I'm saying? And
it's real.
It's kind of real. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, that's the only kind of fucked up. Cool. I got a house though. I'll pay off in 30 years. Okay, whoop you fucking do. You know what I'm saying? You died working your ass off for the house. So that's why I see two different things. And I always, when I talk to the older cats that bought homes into good time, it's always a different conversation. Obviously you could afford to take from a property and go buy something, do that, but the new generation, it's hard for these kids to do that. They're working, they're not making that much money, then they're stuck.
Right.
Fuck, it's stuck.
Well, the thing is, that's a good question. My answer to that is hustle.
Yeah, build something.
I'm gonna tell you, the majority of the people that make it in life and that got shit going on, you don't have one hustle. You gotta have 3 hustles. You better go sell I don't know.
OnlyFans.
Get your OnlyFans. Go sell waters, and then go sell tacos. I mean, if you have different things going on, you might have a detailing shop. You detail cars. Then you have a construction company, and then you have a beauty salon.
Yeah,
that's gonna be you're gonna be more successful
for sure.
But if job, to me, the word job, and Teleku was the one that told me about it too. It was kind of, the word job stands for journey of being broke. That's what job stands for.
Straight up.
Because like you say, you're stuck in a circle, going in a circle,
the
round
rat
and
race.
round and round. Yeah. I mean, don't be, people use money as a, like pleasure. Like in the beginning, you can't. Money isn't a pleasure. Money's a tool. It's a tool to get you to where you need to go. Get you.
Money's not real. It's
people.
a tool.
No, it's a tool. And what's real is family. Family's real.
Yeah.
Because as your kids grow, hopefully one of them becomes a doctor and successful or wins the lottery. But something's going to happen. Yeah. But to me, it's like people can afford it, but they can't afford it. But don't put yourself in that place. Like I'm saying, if the house is 1.2 million or 2 million, there's homes out here that are still 700, 800,000. They're fixer uppers.
Yeah.
But you're going to find it, fix it up a little bit, flip it. Or you can buy a house for 1.2 million, keep it for 2-3 months, boom, it goes up 100,000. Then you can start saving money that way.
Sure.
There's different hustles in different ways. Or let's say, hey, let's get together and buy a house.
Yep.
Let's us three buy a house, and we'll start buying. So the Indian people do that.
Oh, for sure. And that's going back to people that already hustler mentality, and that's where I fully agree with you, bro. Let's we could afford this, put money, or let's buy it, let's flip it. Right. But like I said, I'm going back on normal, giving that advice to 90% of people in the world.
Right.
They're not, like I said, they only make a certain amount of money. They can't go renovate and put new floors in this house after they bought it.
Of course not.
It's just beat up. Then they have a problem. I know people that go through that. That's what I'm saying. They bought this house and they're fucking put all their money into it, and the roof's leaking. Hey, we didn't realize there's fucking plumbing under. We got to dig up the foundation because the plumbing's clogged up.
Well, your sister.
Yeah.
You say she's a hustler. She does real estate.
She does she's the money part. She's the bank.
Yeah. So people could go out there and do that.
Yeah.
So there's so much. So I have a friend of mine that just started. Actually, he's been selling cars for a long time, which I just met up with him about 2 weeks ago. He has a corner where he has a bunch of cars. He married a Persian chick.
Yeah.
This chick, she does loans for cars. He goes, yeah, I buy the cars. She does a loan, and I get paid.
Yeah.
So he built a hustle
for sure
10 years ago.
Everything's a hustle, bro.
Yep.
So check this out. Just while we're on this thing, I just pretty much finished building this podcast studio last night. I said I was manifesting like I'm gonna redo my podcast. I'm gonna get a building, do this, and something kind of fell on my lap with the building, and I built the studio out pretty fast. Ordered everything, you know what I mean? Right. And I'm just like showed a few people, I impressed them. Just the before and after. This motherfucker looks nice. You did your thing. Right. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, I could rent this out. I could rent this out when I'm not using it.
Right.
You know what I mean? People, you can put on Peer Space, and when I'm not sitting there, I can rent that out for $50. It's just my mind's always working on things. Right. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get another building and build 4 sets and rent them all out to pay the bills, and I'll have my little, you know what I mean? Just my mind's always working on the hustle, but there's always ways to make money. And there's something I heard online, and I tell people this all the time, man. People don't even realize opportunities, they pass them all up. Because I don't know if you've seen this online when someone asked, how many red cars did you see today? Have you heard that one or no? You seen that? How many red cars have you seen today?
Shit, none.
Well, I'm sure you have. You just didn't realize.
Right.
That's the same thing with opportunities. Right. Now that I asked you how many red cars you see, now you're gonna go look for red cars. Oh, there's one. There's one. Right. That's the same thing as opportunity in life, man.
I've seen one right there behind you.
But that's the same thing as opportunities, bro. People are not realizing they're coming around all the time, and they're just so blind focused on, I got to pay my rent, I got to pay my mortgage, I got to work, I'm stressed out. Bro, things are open. This world's a fucking open playground. We got all the knowledge around us, bro. The computer, the internet, the people, the networks. Rub shoulders with the right people. There's so much opportunity around you, but people are so blind, narrow-minded. Right. You know what I'm saying? They're not even understanding when opportunity hits them. It blows right past their fucking head. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, if you look at this, I mean, billion-dollar buildings, bro. Like, who owns them?
Somebody. Right? That was an idea at one time.
Right.
Somebody built it. Somebody bought it. Somebody owns it. Somebody's making money enough to buy that fucking building.
Right. And like I said, yesterday, me and my wife were in I don't know if you heard of Belmont. You know where Belmont's at?
I've heard of it, yeah.
It's a lot of big homes. I went to school out there for a year, and it's a rich area, man.
Yeah.
So we were going. I just because my daughter's she's going through some training in Hillsdale, and so we went up, just driving around, man. I said, "This is where I went to school." I we used to always look at these houses and like, fuck, these are big old homes, you know? And there was one for sale. She goes, I wonder how much it's for. I go, I don't know, pop it up, see how much it's going for.
$6 million.
2.6.
Oh shit.
And somebody bought it.
Yeah, like that.
And she's reading up on everything. They put $450,000 down. She goes, what would be the payments on 2.1 million? I said, she goes, it says $15,000 a month.
Yeah.
She goes, you got to come out with $15,000 a month. I said,
that's putting that much money down. You know what I'm saying? Putting $500,000 down too.
Yeah. No, they put a quarter, $500,000. Yeah. To imagine $2 million and you have to pay $15,000 a month. I sat there going, you better,
bro. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying you got to open up the mentality of what you say. Like, and it's hard to explain because if someone's never seen it, I've been around money and I've been around broke. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I've seen my boy spend $200,000 on jewelry like it's nothing in front of me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I can't do that. You know what I mean? That he didn't bat an eye. He bought a watch. You know, he's buying all these. Because boy got skeletons on, Pateks. He got all this shit. You know, $100,000 in jewelry. There's big money out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got other partners that because I'm trying to get involved with more real estate, and I'm starting to rub shoulders with different people. And these dudes are buying properties left and right. Yeah, this guy dropped $6 million on this land, and they're doing hard money loans. They lend cash out. You know what I'm saying? And there's money out there.
Right.
And I start thinking, if they could do it, I could do it too.
Right.
Like I don't limit myself because I come from there. I got a lot of work to do. Don't get me wrong. These dudes are older too. I'm 42 years old. I might not hit that goal till I'm 55.
Right.
But I can still do it. You know what I'm saying? It might hit in 2 years. It might be 5 years. But I could hit that goal where I'm able to put $10 million on a property. You know, one of our business partners, you know, that we work in Canada, he put $10 million on the property and land to build something. You know what I'm saying? It's out there. There's too many people are not exposed to it, so they think it's a fake facade world land. Somebody owns these buildings, bro. Somebody hustled enough and built a business enough to afford. And $15,000 is a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but that's probably pennies on the dollar for some people.
Well, I mean, it's like you owning a taco truck.
Yeah.
If you sell,
taco sound good right now too.
Yeah, right. if you sell $1,000 a day, that's $5,000 a week.
Yeah.
That's 20. What is that? 30, like almost
5,000 a week.
30K. Like no, hold on, because you got the weekends. That's $30K a month.
Yeah.
And all you do is pay for your truck and the food. You're making already $25,000, so you could afford that $2.5 million home.
No, for real.
And that's a hustle that, you know.
If you put it in that perspective, where you only got to make a certain amount of money a day. I think I seen the math on that. You only got to make like $500 a day to make $1 million a year or something like that, or not, or 100. It was one of those. I might be wrong on my math. I didn't go to real school. So,
about 30.
Bust out the calculator. You know what I'm saying?
2.5 million. Yeah. I think it's like 20,000. No, wait, no more than that.
Now you're gonna get me curious. I'm always pulling up the calculator. Let's say 500 a day times 7. That's 3,500 a week times 4. That's $14,000 a month. No, it's not a million. Times 12. No, I'm way off.
You need more than that.
You still got to make 168, but that's still a pretty good living. You can make $500 a day. You're making 168,000 a year. That ain't too bad.
You have to make 100,000 a month.
Yeah, it's 100,000 a month. Yeah, do the math. 1.2.
1.2 million. Yeah. But there's people that do it, man. I mean, my brother, he paid, I want to say 3.5 million for his house.
Yeah,
he lives near Magic Mountain.
Nice,
huge fucking. I mean, and I'm sitting there going, "Fuck, you paid 3.5 million." I go, dude, you're paying like $20K a month, but you know they're doing those numbers, so you can afford that.
It's that's inspirational for people to realize that, man. Like don't think it's not doable, man. Right. It's doable because everything you see was just an idea at one time. You know, this magazine right here was probably just a vision in your head. I mean, obviously it was just a vision in your head at one time. Like I could do this magazine, I could build this, and you fed your family and created, and I'm sure fed other families off of it, and done it. You know, even on the little things I've done, man, everything was just I could do this, I could do that, I'm gonna achieve it. That's why I'm still talking. Like I haven't achieved shit in my mind, man. I got a long way of doing stuff. This is all just stepping stone ladder, you know, to get there. You know what I'm saying? And I understand there's a process, bro. You know what I mean? I'm patient but eager.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, no, I got you, man.
It's inspirational talk, man.
Right,
you know,
that's it. That's why, you know, that's why I said we built this podcast for that, man. I want to you know, get into the minds of everybody, man. Because to me, bro, it's you know, this is a big world. Lowriding is huge, and it has people with music. It has people with cars. It has people with the art of painting them, and the art of, you know, just everything's an art, bro. From music to cars. Yeah, I think it all ties up to our culture, man. And that's the reason why I was like, man, I got to get Big Tone out here, man, because you are definitely a big inspiration to your fans, man. I mean,
Yeah.
What do you want to tell your fans, like the youngsters that go out there? I know you want to, the people that have grown with you have definitely changed, because you can tell the way they're dressing. It's a different style. Nobody forgets where they're from. That's for sure. And that's in any of our shows.
I feel like the best way, if you're really proud of where you're from, then highlight it in the right way. If I'm from Northern California, proud of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ashamed of who I am, where I'm from. Right. I'm gonna highlight. Like I said, I went back to when I do a certain kind of video. I'm gonna highlight this in a respectful, boss way. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna. I could go two different ways with it. Like most people, like youngsters, hey, I'm from Northern California. I can put myself as a grimy kid to show I'm tough. Now I want to become a boss, man. If you want to become successful in life, man, focus on some business. Redirect your energy and build something, man. Focus on who you are, your image, your money, your family, everything core inside, and then abundance you will attract all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So basically, man, you just gotta build yourself up to be that individual that attracts success, man. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you don't want to end up like everyone else, bro, in the pen. You don't want to end up stuck on dope. You don't want to end up broke. You don't want to end up in. I'm not knocking the working people. I respect it, built it, but you don't want to end up in the rat race too, because you're gonna be chasing your tail, man. Get your business right. Really learn the business. Become successful. You know what I'm saying? And you still be proud of where you're from, bro. You just leveled up. Instead of kicking on the corner, you could pull up in a nice lowrider drop on the corner. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You could, instead of kicking in the hood with the homies, you could party in your backyard with the homies. You know what I'm saying? In a fat crib with a pool.
Right on. That's it, man. Oh yeah.
Have some kind of vision, man.
Right on. Well, man, like I said, man, shit. I loved that you came out here. Blessed us out here. Come out here and then
Appreciate you having me, bro. It was an honor, man. Like I said, bro, you done a lot for our culture, so I want to commend you on what you've done for us too. So it was a given, bro. As soon as you tapped in, I said, bro, let me know. Like I said, I got a lot of shit going on. I'm dipping out this weekend. I said, we'll squeeze it in as soon as you can, bro.
So you were telling me you're leaving. Like, we got to get him before he leaves, man.
Yeah.
Right on. That's what's up, man.
And like I said, anything you need from me, bro, always appreciate you giving me the opportunity to come out and share your platform with me as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Grateful for that, brother. You know what I'm saying?
I know you're going to do a show in with devotions, right?
Yeah, I'm doing devotions on June 8th, I believe. 28th. I always fuck with the dates.
Yeah, you're right. No, June 28th, right on.
Yeah, Berto's a good dude, man. I rock with devotions. I told him, I said, you and Gilbert the only dudes I'm fucking with on these, bro.
Right.
I was like, anyway.
He's like, tell me, like, yo, you're not bringing him over there, right? Please don't ruin my show. I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna ruin your show. But I mean, man. we got the Woodland show, man. If you want to just come out and just chill with us and stuff, man.
Yes, sir, man.
I know he was having a heart attack. He's like, Gilbert, please.
Oh, it's too close. It's too close to the time frame. Yeah. No, it's cool, man. Like I said, I like that too, because I don't like to do too much back to back, man. You know what I mean? It takes away that. I didn't want to be that special track like a zoo. Like, oh, there he goes again at the show. There he goes. Give it some space, a little break.
Well, the year we did the Woodland show with Confunction.
Yeah.
I mean, you rocked it, bro. You had the crowd, and then as soon as you left, Confunction came up and.
Yeah.
Oh man, and that was Berto's due, man. Yeah. He's the one that got them. And
I mean, they're legendary, man.
Oh no, they are, sure. but I don't know. They just weren't playing the tracks that we wanted to hear.
It's just times have changed too, man. Certain people, it's just different market demographics. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen that happen with other shows. Like I've been booked at shows where they booked the headliner and they kind of not disregard it, but my ego's not that big. I'll do it, man. And then I've seen that happen a few times where we went on stage and then after I left, like it was kind of dead.
Well, you did it in Woodland,
and I'm like, I know they got a bag too. I could come in and be, you know what I mean? But I'm like, I'm good with it, bro. Like I said, bro, I'm blessed either way. You know what I'm saying? And it's good to spread that around, bro, and build networks with good people. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, like I said, bro, I'd rather have this connection and network with guys like you and everybody in this circle, man, to keep this, if I could help keep this culture alive and you guys help keep it alive, that's how we work, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, that's what's up. Hell yeah. Like I said, yeah, you're more than welcome to come out and put up a booth if you guys want. I mean, I don't know, do you have merch?
I'm slipping on that. I need to get more merch, man.
Yeah.
I kind of lost my interest in selling T-shirts, man. But I mean, I still need to, bro.
Right. Well, they talked to him. He's Mr. T-shirt guy over here. He keeps telling me, you got to come up with merch, Gilbert. You got to come up with merch.
Bro, merch is crushing. I know people. Merch is I just hard for me, bro. But I know people that crush it off merch, man.
Right,
some of my boys that became rich off. They got their brands and their merch made more money than their brand. You know what I'm saying? Cookies, Burn. My boy Juan, Backpack Boys, man, they crushed it off merch, man. Wow. And I seen it happen. And I still do good off merch. I did a drop a couple times to sell out. I don't know what it is. It's just pain in the ass, hella boxes and shipping.
Keep doing it again. Yeah. That's why I tell them, we do shirts and they sell out.
Yeah.
He goes, you got to keep doing it. I'm going, man, I just got to come up with something different. I got to get,
it's good though.
Like that. We did a shirt like that, but they did it on a direct to garment.
Yeah.
And I didn't like it. So we're going to have it reprinted on a shirt. Cause we came out with a shirt for Selena's, but we're coming out, I found a company that does them really nice, man. They package them up for you and everything.
For sure. Yeah, I got a couple companies too. If you need some recommendations, I got some good guys that do them, man. It's you want quality shirts. I'm very particular now when I do garments, man. I need to make sure the garments are nice. I don't want no janky looking shit you get at the pulga, you know what I'm saying? I want to look and someone could sport it and wear it with their fit for the day. You know what I'm saying?
It's all fucked up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they have like your logo, and fucking, hey, what's up with that dude?
Peeling off already and shit. But yeah, man, like I said, once again, appreciate you having me, brother.
Thank you, man. Thank you for coming out here, man. It's a ride. That's all I was thinking. Like, is he gonna want to come out here or what? He's probably
bro, this was like my second home at one time. San Jose, this trip to San Jose is nothing to me, bro. I've been back and forth to San Jose since I was a kid, man. So it's always been a second home. Like I said, bro, this was one of my first areas I would come and just try to market myself and come out and build networks. And I fell in love with San Jose, bro. I used to kick it at the bars when I was 19, 20, getting in Sweaty J's or Freddie J's, they call
Sweaty J's.
They call Sweaty J's, man. Tunes. I used to bring my talk cans and tunes over there, man, and hit all the little clubs out here. Just had a lot of good times out here, brother. So nothing but love, you know what I'm saying?
Right on, man. Well, thank you for coming out, bro. And we'll see you soon, man.
Yes, sir.
And we have our show May 18th. I always keep forgetting. May 18th at Woodland, California. So check everybody out. We're doing a tribute to Brentwood.
Oh, nice.
So cool thing. We're having Sly Stick and Wicked.
Okay.
A couple of the oldie guys. We have Garland.
I named my second album after Sly Stick and Wicked.
Yeah. Now they get down, man. All of them get down. So they're gonna sing a couple of. I think Elon, the one that sings "Rock and Roll Gangster."
Okay. Yeah.
I think they're gonna sing some Brentwood songs and stuff. Dedicated to Brentwood and stuff. So. And Woodland was his last show he ever did in Northern California.
Man, for real? Okay.
Woodland, California.
Well, he was rocking to the end, bro. He was rocking to the end. He did what he loved. I don't know him like that. Like I said, I'm sure he died doing what he loves. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the situation, but he was to the man. That's a blessing to have that longevity of a career. You know what I mean?
You know what's crazy, man? Before we end this, but I was checking his stats, like what he was worth. $40 million, man.
I believe it, bro.
This old man was worth $40 million, and it was a trip because he did shows for me for $2,000, bro.
Yeah.
Back in the days, and he used to tell me, he goes, Gilbert, I went to go see him in Moreno Valley, and to go give him a deposit for a show, and he's like, we sat there, we started talking. He's all, man, I love beans. He goes, beans have kept me going for all my life. Man, I love beans. I just got to eat beans every day. But he told me, he goes, because of you guys, he goes, I've been surviving. I survived because of you guys. Yeah. And that was kind of cool, man. After that, I've kept talking to him, and then I kind of lost track of him, and then I found who was dealing with him, and then his management, and they were kind of cool, and then we started dealing with him, and shit, went from there. And I was trying to get him this year, but unfortunately, he passed away, man. And
his main market was Mexicanos, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Was the lowrider culture. It fed him. I'm sure he's grateful for it. You know what I mean? I did see an interview where he acknowledged that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And a lot of these acts, like I said, we don't keep rambling on because we'll go all.
Right.
I drank a C4, brother.
Right. Those are good too, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
But even like I work with a lot of the OG rappers like RBL Posse, and these dudes are my brothers.
Black C's
my boy. I see him at the gym all the time. They live out there where I'm at. Bro, those set tell you the same thing. He's like, Mexicans are our backbone, bro. Yeah. Like I don't know what it is with our culture that we support music, old school music, and stuff like that, and like especially the oldie groups. You know what I mean? If you do an oldie concert, you're gonna see a lot of fucking Mexicanos, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Black C's dope, man. I introduced him to one of my friends out in LA that does events.
Yeah.
And shit, after that, he started doing a lot of events in Southern California.
Yeah. No, he's got a big fan base out there. He's up here. You know, it's there. Like he said, he does the legacy acts. Yeah. And I'm like, that's cool, man, because he does these shows. He's happy, bro. You got his shit together. I'm like a legend in that. And it's crazy because we'll be at the gym. And I'll be like, it's crazy because a lot of this new generation, bro, ain't nobody even tripping on us out here. Like, we go to certain areas where it's like kind of more grimy or street. People know us. Right, we're in this little nice area working out where we at.
Nobody cares.
Like these kids, they got a whole different style. They listen to different music. I'm like, ain't nobody know who you are. He's like, ain't nobody tripping over here. Some people here do it, but it's a trip, bro. Times have changed, man. Yeah, man. Like I said, once again, man, appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you guys, I'm gonna do the outro for you. Make sure you like and subscribe on this YouTube channel because we're gonna blow this thing up, man. Streetlow is a big staple in Northern California, man. So we have to support it and represent for us. You know what I'm saying?
Right on, man. And your Instagram,
Big Tone. That's it, Big Tone, man. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok too, man. I'm on TikTok now. Let's starting to blow up. You got to get on TikTok, brother.
No, I got TikTok. My daughter was running it, so I opened up my own. So I'm doing TikTok. I just haven't learned how to do the whole.
It's the new wave. YouTube, we're on everything, man. And I got a new I got my podcast relaunching about to drop, man. So we're gonna be doing that too. So stay tuned and appreciate everybody that tuned in for us today.
Right on. Thank you.
The names beyond it, but they irrelevant. So counterfeit and she can see through it with them lame little lines like, homie, don't do it. It's the charisma though, swag, you can't buy that. It's natural game, homie, go and try to find that. And with a finance, I'ma swoop hella quick. Big titties, pretty face, booty hella thick. So fine, got her eyes all up on it. And know the game, she just heard it's something birthday. Just make a laugh, giggle, sipping on that cognac. So G, she intrigued with a gangster swag. The cat